See you over there. We're out. Clones, what do we want when we're craving protein or we need some more energy? Not bars, not sugary snacks, not energy drinks. What we want is beef, pure and simple. So where's the beef? It's in a package of Old Trapper beef jerky. Old Trapper is not your father's jerky. It's not shriveled, dry, and tasteless. Old Trapper beef jerky is made from lean strips of steak and quality spices that are smoked over a real wood fire. So it's tender and it's tasty. It's not tough. And why is it so good? Because Old Trapper is a 50-year-old family business known for their relentless commitment to quality. They take smoked beef extremely seriously, and you can taste it in every single bite. Old Trapper is packed with protein. It comes in 4 great flavors to satisfy all your cravings. Quality smoked meat at its finest that goes with you wherever you go, to the game, to the gym, to the beach. So look for Old Trapper in the Clearview bag. You can see the quality you're buying. Look for it in major retail stores near you. If you don't see it, clones, ask for it by name because no other jerky compares. Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Portable, super quiet, and fuel efficient. Honda EU Series generators are ideal for camping, tailgating, home backup power, and more. All feature Honda's CO Minder carbon monoxide detection system for added peace of mind. Select models include Bluetooth connectivity for wireless control with Honda's My Generator smartphone app. Go with a Honda EU Series generator. It's power you can trust. See Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
So, how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So, how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Beauty Bar MediSpa wants to know if you are ready to fall into beauty. October 7th through the 14th, all services and products will be on sale. Botox, filler, painless laser hair removal, facials, RF microneedling, rejuvenating laser treatments to treat brown spots, wrinkles, texture, veins, and skin tightening. And now, the only facility in the area to offer non-surgical under-eye fat pad treatments. BeautyBarMedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
This is Holt Nailers. I've been eating at Parker's Barbecue since I was a kid. Now, all these years later, I still love to eat at Parker's. In fact, I love it so much, I bring my entire offensive line with me. They protect me, and I look out for them with great food from Parker's Barbecue. So whether you bring the team like me or just your friends and family, the awesome barbecue, chicken, and seafood at Parker's is a win every time. Parker's Barbecue, where they always treat you like family.
Come and explore great shopping in downtown Washington at Naughty Life. Hi, this is Gina from Naughty Life, and new fall merchandise is arriving every day, featuring all the new Yeti products, like the loadout buckets and waterproof dry duffel bags. We have new fall clothes for men, women, and children. At Naughty Life, we have something perfect for any occasion, like new jewelry and a great selection of sunglasses from Costa, Reflect, and RCI. Visit Naughty Life on Main Street in historic downtown Washington, and like us on Instagram and Facebook.
CD's Grill is known for great homemade breakfast and awesome country cook and lunch specials. And now CD's Grill is open for dinner Monday through Friday. That's right. CD's Grill, located on Fire Tower Road in Winterville, is now open for dinner. And CD's is excited to announce that every Friday night is steak night. CD's Steak Night every Friday night starting at 4:30 features certified black Angus ribeye steaks, baked potato or sweet potato, and a salad bar. You asked for it, and once again, CD's Grill delivers every Friday night with Steak Night. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
There's local politics, bud.
I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Get these clowns out of here.
Why would they do that?
You were having a freaking game.
Dude. It's a cocky bunch, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1. In Washington, we're on 1250, 930. You can find us online, pr927fm.com. And make sure you are watching the program and following along on Facebook Live and on YouTube. You can chime in on what you'd like to discuss on this Thursday. And what a sports day it is. You've got Major League Baseball playoffs, NFL, NBA, NHL, college football, all going on the same day at the same time. So something for everybody on this Thursday sports menu. Coming up on today's show, a lot of guests to get to. We'll talk Pirate football with Kevin Monroe, color analyst on Pirate Sports Network. He joins us at 4 o'clock. Blake Prol, former Pirate wide receiver, now with the Minnesota Vikings, joins us, and we recorded this interview yesterday, and he told us at the time that he was either going to be scooped up by another team or clear waivers and join the Vikings practice squad. Well, we can tell you that he is on the Vikings practice squad, so he is healthy now and is a member of the Vikings practice squad. He'll talk to us coming up at around 4:20. The big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, will give us his thoughts on East Carolina and UCF and the other college football action going on this weekend. We got that at around 4:40. And touchdown, Tony Collins joins us at 5 o'clock to talk Pirates, to talk NFL, and more. We got a lot of audio from the coordinators, Donnie Kirkpatrick, Blake Harrell, as well as the head man, Mike Houston. So we'll sprinkle that in along the way. Shirley Rhodes is here, Chandler Honeycutt's here, and Troy D is to my left. Hello.
Hey, what a show. Glad to be kicking it off with you here in the first hour. All-star lineup. And if you give Tony a message for me, I had a chance to sit with Tony at the last game, and he brought his daughter with, who was very lovely, by the way. I think I like Tony's daughter better than him. I'd rather hang out with her.
What's her name?
I forget.
No, of course.
Yeah, but very nice person.
Okay.
Fun to hang out with, and I was going to recommend that he bring her back anytime.
All right. So you want me to tell Tony person. That his daughter is welcome anytime?
Yeah, like she was cooler than Tony. And you know I think a lot of Tony.
Yeah.
She was more fun to hang out with than Tony.
Do you think you should know her name?
Probably.
Probably so.
Yes.
I'll get him to tell me the name, and I'll pass that along to you.
That'd be good information to have.
All right. I'll play middleman.
That'd be perfect. Just say, Troy really enjoyed meeting your daughter. Very nice person. Just can't remember her name.
What's her name again?
Yeah.
All right.
That's good. If you ask it, then I never, because you never met her, so you can say, well, yeah, what's her name, Tony?
Okay. Yeah.
Cover me.
I got you.
Yeah.
Trust me. All right. So I got a big show on tap for today, and big ball game, Troy D.
Big ball game.
Mark Lindsay term.
Yeah.
Coming up this Saturday night at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium.
It is a big ball game because imagine, first of all, can you imagine a Pirate victory and what that will mean to this program and the momentum it will create?
I can. 5-3.
I mean, I'm surprised UCF's not ranked, quite honestly.
They are receiving votes. Had one slip up to Louisville, and that is their only blemish.
Yeah, 5-1, coming in here with a lot of momentum, putting a lot of points on the board this year. This will be a huge challenge for ECU, but if they can pull it off, a huge victory.
First trip out of the state of Florida for UCF this year. They have played all home games except for one road trip to FAU.
Clip, I have a stat to consider for this game.
The stats to consider.
And if you know the answer to this already, and I'll throw it out to Chandler and Shirley too if you haven't looked yet. Do you know how many times these two teams have played, first of all? If you already know this, don't answer.
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. Then that's perfect. So, not knowing how many times these teams have played, what do you think the series record is? Win, loss?
Well, it'd be easier if you told us how many times they've played.
All right, fair. These teams have played 20 times. They've played 20 times. Out of those 20 times, what do you think the series record is for
I'm
ECU?
going to say it's in UCF's favor. I'm going to go 14-6.
All right. Chandler, I'll let you weigh in. What do you think?
I'm going to go 16-4 UCF.
All right. I have had a chance to watch or be at every single one of these games. The series dates back to this clip, 1991, the Dream season.
You've been at every game in Orlando as well?
No. I said attend or watch every game. Like I've been a part of, some games, sometimes history predates you.
Go back to the 40s.
Right, exactly. I've been a part of either in attendance or watched every one of these games. It starts, the very first one I was there as a young student in 1991, the dream season for you younger Pirates, where the Pirates finished 11-1 and finished number 9 in the national ranking with a New Year's Day bowl win over in the Peach Bowl over NC State.
I'm going to say ECU beat UCF in 1991.
They did, 47-25. In front of it, how about this? Only 20,000 people back then. Small crowd for UCF. All right, so it's been 20 times. Amazingly, now this is a couple stats to consider within this stat. The series all-time record is 10 wins for ECU and 10 losses. This is the rubber match, and this may be, just may be, the last time we ever face the Knights of Central Florida because they're moving on to the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be our last chance. It's a storied history. A lot of bad stuff has happened. A lot of bad blood sometimes between these two schools, if you look back at the history of this thing. A trend that is not good in ECU's favor. UCF has won the last 6 meetings. And Mike Houston has never beaten UCF as a head coach. So could this be the year? Wouldn't this be a great way to pay back the Knights on the way out of the conference? Give them a swift kick of the you-know-where. The rear end. That was a question.
Oh, it would be, yes.
Okay, thank you. So that was an interesting stat. I thought it would have been UCF's favor too, but 10-10.
Have not beat those guys in a long time. In fact, you say 6 losses in a row?
Yeah.
Was that first loss in that 6? No, because we did beat them one year after
the last
that.
time we beat them was 2015.
So we did beat them. We have beat them since the take a knee debacle. We beat them the next year.
Yeah, what year was that? That was the 2014 season?
Yep.
Yeah, that was that was painful.
2015, UCF was winless, and I want to say they were up 7-0 on East Carolina, and then the Pirates took it to
2015, Pirates won 44-7. The game you're referring to, actually, December 4th, 2014. I'll never forget this. UCF wins it 32-30 on a Hail Mary. But that Hail Mary should have never happened because ECU goes into victory formation. I've never seen this before. Takes a knee to run the clock out. They weren't able to run the clock out because UCF had a timeout. Lincoln Riley was the offensive coordinator there. I still say it would have worked. I don't think they realized UCF had a timeout. That got overlooked. They should have never taken a knee. ECU loses the game after going into victory formation, one of the most painful losses I've ever been a part of. In anything, in any sport. It's just incredible that happened. But that was a costly loss for the Pirates. Last year I was in Orlando, and the Pirates should have won that game. Came within a play or two from defeating the Knights there, which was a tough loss, too. They really outplayed them last year, quite honestly.
Redbeard has his prediction in.
What do you say?
UCF 48, ECU 14.
I think a lot of folks... What's the spread on this game now?
5.
That's a lot closer than I thought it would be, honestly. I thought UCF would be a big favorite or double-digit favorite. This is one of those games I think ECU is going to have to play their best, and UCF's going to have not play their worst, but have to make a lot of mistakes.
going to have to force some turnovers and play mistake-free football.
Yeah. Are you worried about this game?
In a sense that I'm picking UCF to win.
Mm-hmm.
So if that means am I worried ECU's going to lose? Yeah, I think they will.
Yeah.
And it says it's more about UCF. I think they're just a really good team.
Yeah.
So I would I did it yesterday. I think Igo and I both took the Knights to win and cover. I'll take UCF by 7 to 10 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and argue with you, Clip.
What do you want to give your official prediction now?
Is it too early?
It's never too early.
I've thought about this game a lot this week, and I am worried.
In fact,
I am concerned, but I'm mostly nervous.
Are you nervous?
I am full-blown nervous for this. I am at a code red nervous.
Steven. Troy. David. Are you nervous?
All right, we went too long with that cut.
Steven.
I think Steven's nervous too.
Spooky season, getting close to Halloween.
I am very nervous about this game. I feel like this is a back against the wall type of game for ECU. They kind of have nothing to lose. I think majority of people think ECU will lose this game. Doesn't mean they still can't get to 6 wins. I don't think this will be one of them. But if they can prove people wrong, and this is one of those wins, man, then you're playing with house money in many ways. And you could really rack up some wins if you can beat a UCF team like this. I don't think it'll happen, unfortunately.
I think last week was a pressure game, must-win game for East Carolina, and we're to get 2-6. This one, not as much.
I agree.
But if you lose it, you're still up against the A-ball.
Yeah.
Because we're kind of counting Temple.
Got to count in Temple, which there's no easy wins.
No.
But let's say Temple's a win. You got to find one more, whether it's Houston at home, on the road against Cincinnati, or on the road at BYU.
Sounds tough.
So you got to win one of those three. Your probably best chance, maybe Houston at home, I would say.
Definitely.
Yeah. So Robert on Facebook reminding me, I didn't even want to bring this up, but UCF, the team that broke Marcus Crandall's leg in that game. I remember watching that live. Terrible moment. But this team...
1 week after being inducted into the Hall of Fame, UCF comes back to play on that same grass.
Yeah.
How about that? And Marcus is going to be there.
There's been a lot of painful moments against UCF. I'm not sorry to see this series end. I would love to see the Pirates end it on a high note. And as I said, stick a foot in the rear of the Knights and black them out as they leave town. That's a blackout throwback. It's a blackout game.
Yeah.
So, by the way, I did want to remind folks that they're encouraging folks to wear. See, I think the blackout game would have been better last week against Memphis because the Knights' primary color is black. So why not do the blackout game for homecoming?
But they're wearing white uniforms on the road.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay. Everybody's entitled to their
Although
opinion,
I will tell you,
whether
I
it
thought
makes
was
sense
weird.
or not.
Our uniforms have white helmets yet last week with the throwback, the modern throwback, whatever they're calling those jerseys. And the Memphis Tigers come out in black and white.
They did.
That was very weird. Like, their helmets were white with the black stripes.
They had the black stripes.
I was like, who the hell are we playing here? Like, I was looking for the chrome blue. Like, that was almost too distracting.
They have some odd, and I'll even say ugly uniform choices.
I thought their uniforms were hideous last week, by the way. While we're talking about uniforms, we haven't talked about that. Terrible choice by the Tigers, and they deserve to lose that game.
Has Navy told us what uniforms we should wear this week, by the way? I need to check in with Ken Neiman.
Evidently, they're the ones that said if you're going to do a blackout, it has to be this week.
Okay. Thank you, Ken, for that.
So, they get bossed around by Navy and then lose. That was painful.
That it was.
Yeah.
That it was.
So, anyway, it is a blackout game. I will be participating, by the way. You know me. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. What was the first game of the year? The purple gold thing?
Yeah.
I don't even know what my section was. I felt I think I wore whatever I felt like wearing that day. It might have even been a white shirt. I will participate in the blackout with the fans.
Nobody cares.
In the stands.
Nobody cares.
The marketing people care. They want people to do it.
Well, you didn't do it the last time.
What last time?
The stripe game.
No, that was the very first one. There's been multiple ones. I have participated in some of the other ones. I don't like being told all the time what to wear.
We know, and nobody cares what you wear.
People care.
Who?
No, people care if they want to be. Some people like to be told what to wear, and then some people don't want to be told.
Nobody cares what you're wearing.
So I'm saying I'm going to participate this time.
I'm saying nobody cares.
I'm saying you're wrong.
Who cares?
The marketing people care. They say, man, if I'll participate, maybe others will participate, and that's why they're doing this thing. So I'm trying to take the lead on this as a good pirate and say I will participate.
Well, why were you a bad pirate earlier this year?
Because I just didn't feel like participating in
So you're not a good pirate.
I'm going to be a good pirate this week, Clip.
You're already not a good pirate. You can't get out of that hole. You've proven to be a bad pirate.
I go week by week. I wasn't feeling whatever it was too much trouble to figure out what section, and was it purple, is it gold?
Too much trouble.
Yes.
Too much trouble.
It's easy. I can wear black. I've got a cool black shirt. I'm ready to go for this.
You're wearing black.
And yes, I'm wearing black. And I will frown upon others that don't. I will give them the glare.
That would be a classic Troy D move.
Look at these people. Not in black.
Do unto others.
How dare they?
Not
you call yourself a fan?
Wish they do unto you. You are a hip pirate. And by that I mean hypocritical. All right.
At least I'm honest. I'm an honest pirate.
You are an honest
I am
pirate.
honest. I'm not going to sit here and say I always participate. I am saying I will participate this weekend.
And you know what? I'll admit when I'm wrong. John says he wakes up in the morning and asks himself, what is Troy D wearing?
See?
So you're right.
People do care. A lot of people are into trends and style and fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of them.
You are one of those people.
Yeah.
Good deal.
For those of you wondering on radio what I'm wearing today, I've got the Vineyard Vines lightweight hoodie on with jeans, Clip, because it was cold today. And my Adidas Ultra Boost.
LRB says, is Mr. I don't like to be told what to wear guy telling people to wear black? Yes, because he's a hypocritical pirate.
I endorse the blackout. I always have. I think if we only did one thing, it would be the blackout. That's fine. I am supporting the blackout 100%.
Another question.
It's the freaking white outs, purple out, gold out, freak out, this out, stripe out. I can't take it all. I can handle the blackout.
Is Mr. I'm not a big dessert guy who eats dessert an honest guy? That's another good question. There's a lot of good questions floating around right now.
I said I'm not a big dessert guy. Doesn't mean I don't eat the occasional dessert, Clip.
Yeah.
That means I don't eat them every single day. And I'm not looking for desserts.
Well, but at the point where you said that, you had been on like a 4-day binge.
I had a
two in that one day where you said you weren't a dessert.
That was a bad week for me. I had a derailment that week.
Sometimes it's hard. It's just hard to trust you sometimes.
I've been back on track since then.
All right.
Went to Parker's today, did not have banana pudding.
Robert wants to know, is your ensemble today from an airport? That's a good question.
What does that mean?
You have bought clothing from an airport before?
Or opened on my birthday.
Yeah.
No, none of this is from airport shopping. I do have a Pirate Radio lid on. That's not from an airport. These jeans were bought online. And I think I got this from Vineyard Vines.
Nick says, just like the whiteout for Navy, we are giving UCF a home field feel.
That's what I said. That was why my point was to do the blackout for the night game against Memphis and let the stadium be purple and gold for this week.
So UCF thinks,
that was my point.
When they come in and see the crowd, they're going to think they're at a home game.
Is UCF doing a purple out when we go down to Orlando? No, they're not.
Oh, my God.
This is I do think that it gives them a slight advantage of comfort.
Comfort advantage. UCF's got it.
Yeah. What's next? We're going to be carrying swords?
For this weekend.
Oh, wait. We're pirates, I guess.
Yeah. We got swords. We got black.
Speaking of which, did you see...
The game is at night?
Yeah. And they call themselves the Knights?
Wow.
I mean, when's this nonsense going to stop, Clip? Speaking of nonsense, did you see we posted this on our social media? ETSU. East Tennessee State University.
The Bucks.
I thought they're the Mocs.
That's Chattanooga.
Oh, I'm thinking Chattanooga. I can't keep all these.
Why would a team called the Mocs have
that's why I was wondering.
Quarter flag?
So they're the Bucks. But they're taking the no quarter flag, which was an original idea from ECU.
They're not taking it, they're using it.
But that's what I mean. They're not taking it away.
They're not
copying us.
Taking it from us, so now we can't do it.
We can't do it anymore, Clip. We're done.
ETSU took it from us.
Yeah. Go tweet at ETSU. We lost it. No, isn't that a terrible ripoff, though?
It appears to be, yes.
I mean, no quarter is very... I mean, there are a lot of things that are copied in sports. No quarter was original to ECU. Nobody was doing that in the country.
In sports, yes.
In sports. In pro, in college, in high school. And now, here they are copying the Pirates.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Despicable. Redbeard says ECU is giving UCF a home game feel because our fans don't show up after 7:30.
It's a little disappointed in the fans' attendance last week, got to be honest, for homecoming.
And don't they have that aluminum stadium? They'll see a lot of bleachers and black and really feel like they're at home.
I feel
Maybe there's something to that.
I feel like last week we put the home in a homecoming because too many fans stayed home.
Jack says UCF doesn't even have colors.
No rip shot on that? That was just...
Nope.
Damn.
Jack says UCF doesn't even have colors. They wore blue numbers last week. So that is true. We could wear any color this week, and UCF could feel like home.
What did they do? Their space uniforms?
They had the spaceman uniform.
Yeah.
Ground control to Major Tom.
I didn't know space was located at UCF. That's a barbecue joke from earlier in the week.
You got a lot of jokes going today.
I appreciate it.
A lot of big time jokes. Yeah, Gus Malzahn, not a barbecue guy.
Yeah, I'm not a big space guy. Didn't know space was located in Orlando.
Not a space guy.
Yeah.
What do you think about Gus?
I don't know, man. He was so like nonchalant and like laid back in the press conference. It's hard, and I remember him from his SEC days. What was it, Auburn? I don't know. I don't really have an opinion either way on him. I don't necessarily like him, and I don't necessarily dislike him. Does that make sense?
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah,
you don't have to have a strong opinion on everything.
I'm kind of undecided, but I'm looking for things to be decided on to say, okay, I do like this guy, or this guy's an ass.
He kind of is what he is. Remember, he used to always wear that sweater vest.
Yeah,
and had that kind of I'm at the golf club look.
Yeah,
that's how he acts.
Still do that?
I don't know.
It's kind of like Lincoln Riley was the one of the original visors guys, and the small visor, not the big visor like the ball coach Spurrier wears. And he wears it every place he goes. He just changes the logo. I wonder if he still wears the sweater vest, just changes his logo.
I'm seeing some UCF pictures. Looks like he's gone just polo. I don't see. Well, there's a UCF sweater vest.
There he goes.
So I guess it depends on the day.
His favorite look seems to be the black sweater vest with the white polo underneath of it.
But man, Auburn, he was vest all the time. Had to tried to get the Ditka look going.
Like the Bears, yeah. That's kind of cool, actually.
So keep an eye on Gus.
Yeah, I used to wear sweater vests, but I'm like, man, I just kind of outgrew it, honestly.
You outgrew it?
Yeah, I think they make you kind of look old. Like you don't like sweater vests aren't they're not very hip, you know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to
we're not doing this again, are we?
No, but I'm just saying, like, don't you feel like older guys are the ones that wear sweater vests a lot?
Like a guy your age?
Clip. I'm not. You always try and make me like I'm old. My dad is old, okay?
How old are you?
Don't worry about how old. I'm middle-aged, but I'm not old.
How old are you?
Old enough.
Why won't you say how old you are? I don't know. What's the big deal? You're not old. Just say.
I don't feel old. Right.
I know.
But I feel like if I start dressing like an old person, then I'm going to start acting like an old person.
So how old are you?
Old enough to know better, Clip.
Why won't you say how old you are? I don't understand what.
That's a personal question.
All right. Fair enough.
Keep my personal life out.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll have our Flight by Yingling practice report. I want to hear from Coach Houston, maybe some of the coordinators as well. As East Carolina takes on UCF, Troy has not given his official prediction yet, but certainly sounds like he's leaning towards the Knights. We will find out later on this hour. All right.
We're not wearing white helmets, I can't confirm.
No.
So I do have a good feeling we'll be in black helmets.
Pirates are 1-1 in white helmets this year. Is that a fact?
I believe so.
Lost to Navy.
But the logos were different. So does that have factor?
Did we wear them at Tulane?
I mean,
I can't recall. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, more ECU football talk.
1-2 now?
Yeah, we did wear white helmets.
Yeah,
1-2.
1-2 all time
in white helmets
this season.
All time.
All time, like 1-12, I think, all time now.
2. They beat you.
Oh, that's right. 2-12.
Yeah,
all time in the white helmets.
If you'd like to talk about what you're wearing to the game, let us know. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, you know why we're here. The football season is back! Woo! That means those pregame barbecues with an ice-cold Pepsi? Totally back. Your perfectly placed football-watching corner seat back and comfy as ever. 18 Sundays of touchdown scoring, Hail Mary throwing, ice-cold Pepsi flowing football action. You better believe it's back. And since that's too amazing to miss a single second's worth, Pepsi is officially giving you permission to always put football first. And when we say always, we mean always. Like when your lawn is looking less like a lawn and more like a jungle. If the game's on, then the lawnmower ain't. And those gutters you haven't cleaned, today is not their day. Or maybe those in-laws are back in town. Well, better hope they're football fans because your Sunday is completely booked. Long story short, crack open a Pepsi and don't let anything get between you and your football watching. With love, Pepsi, made for football watching. That's what I like.
Are you looking for a home loan? Look no further than Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage. Since 1960, Guild Mortgage has partnered with industry professionals to close loans on time and help millions of Americans realize their dreams. Call Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage in Jacksonville, 910-389-4602. Amy Goss is licensed in Florida, Georgia, Maine, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS 3274. NMLSconsumeraccess.org / for licensing information. Please visit guildmortgage.com / licensing. Guild Mortgage is not affiliated with Pirate Radio.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville is making it easy for you to buy a new truck or Jeep in October. The inventory is back and so are the incentives. It's Ram Power Days at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep and you'll save up to $2,500 plus get 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new Ram truck. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep needs to make way for the 2023 model, so October is a great month for you to upgrade into a new Ram or Jeep. Save $2,000 or get 2.9% financing for 60 months on a new Jeep Compass. Save up to $2,500 on the 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. And you'll need to check out the new 2023 models like the new Jeep Wrangler. Lease the new 2023 Jeep Wrangler Sport for only $399 a month.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Crackville in Greenville. Come see us.
Wrangler lease is 39 months, 10,000 miles per year with $29.99 due at signing. Offers do not include tax, tags, and the $7.99 admin fee. Customers must qualify for all applicable rebates. See dealer for details.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
ASAP Party and Tent Rentals is your one-stop shop for weddings, anniversaries, corporate events, family reunions, birthday parties, or any celebration with friends and family. ASAP Party and Tent Rentals has the widest selection of tents, tables, chairs, linens, china, concession equipment, bounce rides, games, staging, wedding equipment, dance floors, and so much more. At ASAP Party and Tent Rentals, we help people get together. Call today at 756-7903. ASAP Party and Tent Rentals, locally owned and operated on Diamond Drive in Greenville near Agri Supply and Equipment Plus.
This is Rajay Harris, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's for dine-in or to go. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Received a text from our guy, Bo Bats.
Bo Bats. Thanks for tuning in, Bo.
Pitt County Girls Softball League says Troy could be a great politician with his ability to not answer a direct question, which you were elected water and soil conservation. What was your title?
What's funny, water and soil commissioner? Yeah,
Commish.
I believe.
You were elected.
As a writing candidate, and then they didn't honor the votes.
Yeah.
I still have a beef with that.
It shows you how fixed politics are.
Correct. Yeah. Actually, and that's like a legit, like there was no one on the ballot. So we did as a joke many years ago, a writing campaign from this program, from this station.
Yep.
And our listeners responded. And they wrote my name in, and then they did not say, well, that doesn't count. Then I'm like, well, why did you have a writing thing?
Yeah.
I actually had a legit beef with the elections chair at the time, or the guy that runs the Pitt County elections. I've never thought of him the same since. And I'm wondering, wow, if he's that skewed against just the soil and water election, what's going on with the big stuff?
Oh, yeah. It goes all the way to the top.
Yeah. It's a real issue. But, and it just kind of soured me on politics, And I was elected student body vice president back in the day, Clip, in a legit election.
Cool.
You might not have known that.
Don't care. Yeah. So the question was, how old are you? You will not say your age.
I said I'm middle-aged.
And Jack says if Troy is middle-aged, that means he'll live to 100.
I could. Correct.
Math.
My goal is...
Does that math check out?
I plan to live to 100.
This train's coming down the tracks. Let me tell you, the caboose may be a little loose, but it likes to kick, stretch, and kick. I'm 50 years old.
Okay.
Right now I'm just trying to make it through the weekend. But yes, my long-term goal is to make it to 100.
Make it to the big...
I think with modern medicine, the way it's going, it's possible, Clip.
It is.
It is very
And you
possible.
are a big, it's possible guy.
It is possible.
Yeah.
It is also possible we're all day by day.
Day to day, we're all day to day. Yep. On that injury report.
Kind of have a one-day contract every day, and sometimes you don't even make it through that day.
Yep. We're just happy to wake up, sign that one-day deal, and hope we...
renew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way we go, folks.
This season I told you, this season could be the season that actually killed, because the four, I've talked to so many fans that are just kind of, part of it is I think the fans are exhausted. The 4 home games took a lot out of everybody September. And then you come back and you have 2 home games back to back, both night games. So it's a full, if these were both noon games, it would be different because you could only tailgate for 4 hours. The game would be over in early afternoon. You could kind of have your day. Look, night games are serious business, man. It's your whole day is ECU football. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's just a fact. If you
can make an excuse for any
I'm not making
time.
excuses. I'm just saying why people are tired and exhausted. It's a lot of work,
Fine.
a lot of commitment.
Come up with reasons for any kickoff time. Noon's too early. 7:30 is too late. 3:30 is too in the middle.
3:30 is kind of perfect.
Well, for some, not for others. They got kids doing stuff.
I think 3:30 works good.
I know you do.
Yeah. Well, I think I speak for the majority.
You don't. I
do.
know you think you do, but you don't.
Well, what time would you like to kick off, Clip? If you were King Clip,
noon.
That's your perfect time?
Yeah.
Why is that?
So I can get out of here at a decent time.
So it's selfish. It's all about you, isn't it?
Absolutely.
See? That's what I'm talking about.
But I'm not speaking for everyone. I'm speaking for myself.
Right.
You speak for everyone.
Correct.
You don't see the difference there?
Nope, not at all.
Exactly.
I speak for the majority. You speak for yourself. That's selfish. I'm looking. The needs of many outweigh the needs of one.
So what time is your perfect kickoff?
3:30.
Okay. Because
good for the restaurants.
Because of the people.
People let out. They go to eat dinner at our local restaurants. Many of our great sponsors here at Pirate Radio. It's good for the fans. They don't have to wake up super early. They can ease into tailgating.
Noon's better.
It's good for
restaurants.
folks. It's good for folks that want to go to get takeout from restaurants for tailgating. I've talked to many, many restaurant owners.
You talked to a lot of people.
They all agree 3:30 for restaurants is the best time.
You've talked to fans and restaurant
I feel
owners.
like I am the restaurant spokesman on this.
And the fan spokesman.
And fans do like it. A lot of fans like.
How do y'all feel out there having Troy D being your spokesman? I'm curious about that.
I've been the fan spokesman for years, Clip. I feel like I speak for the majority of Pirate Nation.
Will's going to guess that you're 51. And since you won't say your age now, everybody can guess how old Troy D is. Yeah, throw out a guess.
If you did not know, though, You knew nothing about me. How old would you think? Just based on...
Well, how would you even venture a guess?
Personality and looks. Some might say 18.
Who says that? Who are these people?
No, I'm saying how I act. That was a joke.
Okay, you said looks and then went 18.
We could base looks, many would say in their 30s.
Who?
A lot of people. I've met many people that think I'm 35.
Oh, my God. You and these people.
It's a true story.
Yeah.
Why are you in denial of this? Because I'm not younger than you? Is that what this is all about?
You're not that guy.
Is this all about you again, Clip?
No, it's about your people. All these people you talk to. These people.
You don't worry about my people.
I'm not worried about your people. I'm not worried. I'm nervous about your people.
You should be nervous. Are you nervous?
We need to get the Flight by Yingling practice report. Because this show is way too much about me right now.
It is.
And Troy thinks the people should hear from the coach.
I do believe the majority of people would agree 3:30 is a great kickoff this time of year, especially.
I know.
I think it's... I kind of agree with Ellerby on this one. Scale it as the year goes on. Early, first month, September, have a night game, 7 o'clock. October, 3:30. November, noon.
Yeah, 3:30.
That's how it should go.
It's certainly in
a perfect scenario.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hear from Mike Houston yesterday after practice.
How about them Pirates?
How about them friggin' Pirates?
Freaking. That's right.
How about those friggin' Pirates?
Man.
Wow. Do you think he spit on the mic when he said that?
He's got to.
I got to tell you, and I don't know, Shirley, if you can pull it up. You're pretty amazing, so I know you can probably do it. It was on ECU's Twitter feed, ECU Athletics. They were getting ready to come into the tunnel.
Yeah, we played that yesterday.
Yeah, can we? But for folks that might have missed it,
Troy's people only listen when Troy's on. So
I didn't say that.
No, it's true.
Okay,
the people that do that. The people you talk to are only tuned in Mondays and Thursdays.
There are some people that might tune in, but I hope they.
Do you think there's any people that don't tune in when you're on?
Probably so. That could be too.
All right. I you know what? Thank you for answering that.
Yes, that's fair. Yeah. I do think there's a few, but hopefully not the majority.
Hopefully not.
All right, I was going to make a joke. I am one of those people that tune in when I'm on.
Oh, definitely. You're tuned in.
All right, this was posted this week. I believe it was from a week ago. Coach Houston in the tunnel. Now, I haven't gotten confirmation whether this was before the game or coming out at halftime. But either way, it was right. I think it was before the game, right before the Pirates took the field. Here's what he had to say.
No excuses! You take care of business! You do your damn job!
That is the same message we're going to have at our staff meeting on Monday. Except I'm going to have Ellerby deliver that message.
Ellerby's going to deliver that one?
No excuses. What was it again? No excuses and then do your damn job. I'm missing something. No excuses. Hit it one more time, Shirley.
Whoa.
No excuses.
Woman down.
Do your damn job. This is why we need more of this.
Bite me.
All right, I'm missing something. He said there was 3 parts to it. Nope. Here it is.
No excuses!
Love it.
You take care of business!
Take care of business.
You do your damn job!
Do your damn job. God, I love that. What a great, concise message. And that, once again, transcends sports. That's good for football. It's good for any sport. It's good for business. You could run that.
It's good for fans that have to go to games later than they want to go.
That could be your pastor saying that.
No excuses.
Do your damn job.
Show up to the game.
Yes.
No matter the time.
A job could be many things.
Yeah.
Do your damn job. No excuses. Do your damn job. And God. What's the last part?
We're not playing it again.
No, just say it. Just tell me. Why'd I go blank on it?
Take care of business.
Take care of business. That's it.
Jeez.
God. See?
Somebody needs to remind you
no
at the staff
excuses. Take care of business.
No.
Know your
Shirley,
damn job.
Those words are only for us, not for Troy.
No excuses.
Oh, they don't apply to Troy.
No.
Oh.
They don't.
I was not aware that they did not apply.
take care of business, do your damn job.
You got it.
Yeah. I love that. That's a great motto. That could replace Love, Care, Serve.
Troy would be on the sidelines right before kickoff. Coach, what was the second thing you said?
Is it bad I'd have to read it off a cue card?
What was the...
All right, guys, listen up. No excuses!
Yeah, Troy's like a walk-on in street clothes and goes, hey, Coach, what was that second part?
I'm doing my job. I don't have an excuse.
I'm supposed to be taking care of what now?
What am I taking care of? For folks that missed it, like John Bowman on Facebook Live, he says 5-point dogs. What's your opinion, Troy D?
I just don't have a good vibe right now. I don't have a feeling. I really want ECU to pull off this upset. I do think they are capable of it. But if I had to put my money where my mouth was, I think I'm taking UCF. I hate to say it. And I think UCF covers by at least a touchdown.
There you go. Folks, make sure you tune in to the fifth quarter. It's great because people watch the same game but have different opinions on what they saw. Mm-hmm. Much like this program, Austin says Troy is so young, he forgets things he heard 10 seconds ago.
See?
The next guy says, John, Troy is definitely over middle age with this memory. So they both heard the same thing, and they can't tell if you're old or young.
It's a great microcosm of life. We watch the same thing. We see the same thing. We have two totally different perspectives. So
you look a little salty.
That's the way it is in sports and politics and everything.
Let's get to Mike Houston. Flight by Yingling practice report. The next generation of light beer. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling, available wherever beer is sold. Here was Mike Houston from Wednesday.
All right, we got a little fall weather, cooler temperatures, so really feels like late football season. So that's good. So good couple days of practice this week. Obviously, got a big challenge Saturday night. The more you watch them, I just think just a really, really talented UCF team, very solid football team. So our guys will be ready to play though. Questions?
Coach, we talked a lot about their offense this week, but I mean, their defense, they were only giving up 20 points in one game.
Right.
That was to Louisville. So what do you see from that side of the ball?
I see a bunch that plays together really, really well. I mean, obviously, all three levels, they are very athletic, run very, very well. Got a lot of guys back from last year, but they just play really well together. The linebackers are very, very active. The D linemen, those two edge guys have been there for a couple of years, and the one in particular is really athletic off the edge. But I just think they play very well together. And like I said the other day, I don't know what they rank statistically in the country, but like you said, 20 points to Louisville is the most they've given up. So we're going to have to execute very well in order to move the football.
So it was the longest game in ECU history Saturday night. How's the team responded this week, and how are they feeling and moving?
Good. We backed off a little bit on Sunday just because it was so late when we got done Saturday night, and really just stressed them recovery Sunday, Monday. But was very, very pleased with the way we responded in practice yesterday. And so I thought we looked sharp. Now, this time of the year, they got to do a great job taking care of their body, which that was kind of what I stressed to them as we finished practice today, and get a good night's sleep the next couple of nights. But I think we've recovered well.
We talked to the players yesterday, and they also stressed recovery, getting in the training room 1-2 times a day. But some of the players that were here last year, we talked to the bad taste in their mouth about UCF and how the game ended last year. How have they been responding through practice?
The returners?
Yeah.
Okay.
And motivating the
I think that,
we
lost a close one down there last year, and that's, that was tough. We played very, very well. But every year is a new year, and every team's a new team. So, they've got a lot of guys that were on that field last year also. So they remember winning a close game against us. But, last year, I don't know how much impact, because UCF's a little bit different this year with, having a different style quarterback there. So, I think that they, we got a challenge Saturday night.
How have you found the balance of maybe, placing importance on these games moving forward, but also playing kind of stress-free? And just
I think the big thing is just, focusing on what's right in front of you. And that's why, we talk about every week, you worry about just that team that week. Last week's over with. Not worried about anything after that, just worried about UCF right now. The big focus right now during the week is really on us. They watch film. They know who we're playing, all that stuff. But right now we're focused on, having a great practice tomorrow. That's the real thing. And, what I really stressed last week that I thought the players did just an outstanding job with is, we had 3 really good practices, but then Friday and Saturday, just our focus and concentration in walkthroughs and film and meetings was just really outstanding. And I thought we were very prepared to play. I've told many people when we left the hotel Saturday afternoon, I knew we were going to play well. Now, it may not have looked like that the first 7 or 8 minutes of the game, but it did not surprise me the way we played Saturday night because of the job that they did focusing. I think that, it is a fine line between, being ready to play but being kind of relaxed and focused.
Y'all are about to go on an 8th straight game without open dates. Does it help having a veteran team as far as knowing how to handle their bodies through this stretch?
Yeah, it helps having an older team. Yeah, it's a grind now. You ideally don't want your open days late in the season as we have it this year, but this schedule was made long before I was ever hired. So,
As having so many home dates, home games help that stretch.
Sure, that's. I would prefer to have this many home games every year. It's great for our kids. It's great for our fans. Obviously, Daddy Ficklin Stadium is a tough place to play, so that helps us too. So I'm all for us scheduling 7 to 8 home games, however many we can schedule.
There is Mike Houston from Wednesday after practice as he gets ready for a very good UCF team. We've been talking him up. Have we been talking him up too much? Because Newton ain't buying it. He's not buying this. He says UCF hasn't played anyone that is nationally ranked, nor have they played outside the state of Florida. Their defense isn't as good as NC State's was. They are not nationally ranked. They only played Louisville. They lost that game at home.
20-14.
Only away game was at FAU.
They played South Carolina State, won 56-10. At Florida Atlantic, 40-14. Georgia Tech, 27-10. SMU, 47-19. And then Temple last week, 70-13.
The game that opened my eyes a little bit was the SMU game, where they pounded them pretty good on a midweek night. But, Newton's is correct in one regard. They have not played a murderer's row of opponents this year. So,
yeah.
That does give you some hope that when they play a team that is on par with them, which ECU could be, what could happen? We'll see. Newton trying to give the positive outlook on this game.
Yeah, I was trying to work in a gravity joke with that.
Well,
still thinking
the gravity of this game.
There you go.
Yeah,
thank you.
Something with that.
This game has a lot of weight.
Yeah.
On it.
All right. We'll figure it out through the break.
Yeah.
Let's take a break, Shirley.
Thank you, Newton, for listening, by the way.
We'll come back and talk more.
Is Newton listening or watching, by the way?
He is on YouTube.
So he's a perfect person to give us a like and to smash that like button.
Yeah, let's get some likes.
Why haven't more people done that, guys?
Great question.
And why am I the one having to bring this up?
Because
Chandler, we're 47 minutes into the show, and I'm the first person to bring up for someone to like and smash.
You know what? I'm proud of you, Troy D. And that's what the people should do.
Yeah, I'm going to practice.
Smash the like, smash the sub, quit messing around. If you're tuning in, thank you, first of all. But a big thank you if you smash the like and you smash the sub. Get the liking, guys.
I am practicing when I preach, Clip.
Get those likes up.
Likes
on Facebook, on YouTube.
I'm going to give you a love.
I got a love. Look at all those hearts.
I'm going to give you a care.
Do you care?
Look at all those hearts coming in.
Yeah, this is great to see.
With Troy's profile picture.
Yeah.
And of him in Nashville.
Yeah.
On top of a rooftop.
You guys are funny. I'm going to give you a funny.
We'll be back after this.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Jeff, how's the service department?
Service is going great. Like I told you before, 2022 is a year of the customer. We've been voted #1 dealership in Greenville for 3 years in a row, and there's a reason why. For service, we still offer free pickup and drop-off, so we're trying to make it super convenient for the customer. And right now, our customers are repairing their vehicles more than ever.
How can people make a service appointment?
They can go to brownandwood.net or dial 355-6080.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
It's bow time. So it's game time and you got a bunch of rabid fans.
Dad, we're hungry.
You head out to fire up burgers and dogs and go from grill master to MVP. Then you realize you're out of GAS. Yup, out of gas on game day. What do? Drop a big bow box on it. Game on. Feed a family of 4 with 8 pieces of chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea. It's bow time.
Will the you of tomorrow be happy with the you of today? It all depends on the decisions the you of today makes. For instance, the you of today has an excellent career opportunity with Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. The pay is great, very competitive with other HVAC companies. Plus, you could get a $1,500 sign-on bonus. The you of tomorrow will enjoy some time away because Delcor also offers paid vacation. Most HVAC companies don't. And since the you of today has some experience, Delcor might just hire you on the spot.
Delcor is hiring 12 experienced HVAC and plumbing professionals immediately. You must have a valid driver's license, ability and desire to work, and legally eligible to work in the U.S. Delcor offers a sign-on bonus up to $1,500, plus one of the best benefits packages in the industry, including health insurance, paid vacation, and retirement options. Learn more at DelcorInc.com. That's DelCorinc.com.
The you of tomorrow will thank the you of today for getting a job at Delcor. Delcor is an equal opportunity employer.
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar with daily specials. And here's the lineup. Mondays feature $7 margaritas and half-price appetizers. Tuesday is stuffed seafood night. Wednesday is date night. Thursday is roasted smoked lamb chop night. Fridays is prime rib night. And Saturday is Italian night and is also Fred and Wilma night with our 36-ounce bone-in tomahawk steak just like the Flintstones. And on Sunday, it's our legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006 and are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Let me try that sentence again. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Party back with you here on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Got Kevin Monroe, Blake Prol, and the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, all joining us hour 2 of today's show.
Good timing with Blake Prol, as he's been reactivated.
Yeah, he's been injured really since the start of his NFL career last year, heading into the regular season. Got hurt, and he'll tell us the story. We talked to Blake yesterday, so we'll air that interview coming up today. But he is healthy and now on the practice squad for the Vikings. So that is awesome to hear. All right, Troy, we've talked about the game.
We have.
You want to throw out a score? ECU, UCF?
I'm going to say 31-21 UCF.
All right.
And let me say, I hope I'm wrong. Obviously, I hope it's 31-21 ECU. And just in case it is, save that 31-21 ECU. Take that quote out of context.
Both sides thing?
Yeah. No, but I'm going to pick UCF first.
This is the first time you've picked against East Carolina.
If UCF can't win, then I'll go with East Carolina.
This is the first time you've picked against ECU?
No, I went against ECU at some point earlier this year. And I believe I think I went against us at one game. Well, let me see. No, I thought we'd beat State. Thought we'd beat ODU. Thought we'd beat Campbell. Thought we'd beat Navy.
Tulane?
Yes, Tulane I thought we would lose, and we did. That's it. I picked against us at Tulane. I had a bad feeling about that. And remember the white helmets did it for me?
Yeah.
I was kind of on the fence with Tulane. They announced we were wearing the white helmets on the road.
That's right.
And I remember and it came out like while we were on the air. I said, that's it, I'm done. We're going to lose that game. Sure enough, we have.
Speaking of which, do we have a uniform reveal for today? They usually put that out on Thursdays.
Well, I mean, it's not much of a reveal. It's going to be black pants, black shirt, black helmet. If it's not, what the hell are we doing a blackout for?
Should wear all white.
I mean, here's my thing. If we're asking the fans to wear all black, surely the team's going to be in all black, right?
Yeah.
If they don't have the team in black helmets, black jerseys, and black pants, I'm never participating in another color out game again. All right? That's how strongly I feel about this.
All right.
If you're going to go blackout, go all in.
They are. Why are you? They are.
You look a little salty.
They are.
Have you seen the field? Even that logo is painted black.
Yes.
I like it. It looks good.
All right.
Yeah. So stop instigating. You're trying to wind everyone up, Clip. I see what you're doing here.
To rewind that real quick, I said, has the team put out the uniform?
And then now you're making accusations.
You took it from there.
Well, why haven't they put it out is what you're really saying.
Where is it?
Are they going to go in all white instead?
My goodness gracious. I think you should bring a color. You should have like a closet in your vehicle that you take to the tailgate with a shirt of every color.
What's funny, you mentioned that games like this weekend, last weekend, I have like a semi-closet because it starts like summertime. It starts spring early, and then it goes into summer. It's so hot during the tailgate. Then it falls back to fall, and then by the time it's halftime of the game, it's like winter. You've got to dress for all seasons this time of year.
You should have a shirt for every color ready to go on moment's notice.
But I had to bring a shirt. I had to bring a hoodie. Hell, I might have a tank top this week.
That would be a good look.
I'm more of the cutoff sleeves than a tank top guy.
Are you?
Yeah, I used to have shirts with cutoff sleeves a lot, and I like that look. I'm more of the sleeveless shirt look than a tank top guy.
Interesting. You'll go sleeveless shirt, but not vest.
Correct.
Okay.
Vest is different. Vest, you have a shirt underneath of it.
Well, you don't have to.
But I haven't worn a sleeveless shirt in a while, but I think I'm going back to that this summer some.
How's the, you got some tone up there in the arms?
I'm working on it for next summer. Yeah. It gives me 6 months to get jacked.
What happened this past summer?
Well, I was a starter. Like, I'm getting there.
All right.
I was working on it, but I'm not where I want to be. But if I work hard enough this next 6 months, then I could afford to rip off the shirts of some, or the sleeves of some shirts.
Are we ever really where we want to be? And if we are, should you strive for something greater? Think about that.
Well, Clip, that's a great point. And I think you're never where you want to be. There is no final destination.
I agree. I like to end it
we're on a constant journey of betterness.
Right. Yep. I like to end it on those notes.
That's good.
Give people something to think about. Look in the mirror and improve yourself.
You're constantly trying to be better than where you were yesterday. 1%, Clip.
1%. Win the day. One more. Think about all those things, folks.
Have you actually thought about those? How have you bettered yourself today than yesterday?
I got to be honest, I haven't.
Yeah, so you're -% today.
Yeah.
You went backwards today.
Today was.
I'm going to need a 2% day tomorrow to make up for it.
I'll get some 2% milk on the way home to make up for it. All right, Troy, we'll talk to you at the tailgate.
Yeah, and I'm already sporting the black Pirate Radio lid.
That's gray.
That's black. It's just faded from the beach.
So it's not black anymore.
It is black.
No, it's not.
It was originally black.
Okay, that is fair, but that hat is not black.
Well, it's faded from like wear and tear.
I can't remember what hat I'm wearing.
You've got the purple wood ducks.
Yeah, the purple hat.
Yeah. You think I can't remember stuff? At least I know what hat I'm on.
Yeah. You need a blacker hat though for the game Saturday.
Well, I didn't say this is what I'm wearing to the game. If it was a gray out, which will probably be next. That'll be the next thing we have, next home game, a gray out. It's the only thing we haven't had. We've had a stripe out, a gold out, a purple out, a black out. Why not have a gray out? I do have a lot of cool gray shirts.
Are you going to the ECU basketball game, the first game of the season?
Which is actually, I was at Media Day yesterday. Tuesday, November 8th, for folks that are wondering.
Are you going?
Against Mercer, 7 p.m. I will try. I
try.
Well, I don't know my schedule. Clip, right now, I'm just trying to get through October. I'll worry about November.
If you go to that game, will you wear gold, as Mike Schwartz requested of you?
I'm not willing to commit to that right now. And of all our colors, the gold looks the worst on me, honestly. I'm not willing to.
Oh, man.
I like black. I like purple. I like gray. I'll settle for white. I just don't know about this gold out stuff.
All right.
I'm not willing to commit to that.
All right.
I am all in on the blackout, though. I would like folks to know.
He's all in.
And I encourage others to wear black to the game to support your ECU Pirates.
Great hour to kick us off today, Troy D.
Thank you, Clip. It was wonderful being here. Talk with you at the tailgate zone.
We'll go live to the Pirate Radio tailgate zone for a few check-ins coming up on Saturday. Our pregame coverage begins 3:30 on the Bud Light pregame tailgate.
And Tony Collins is confirmed for 5 o'clock.
Good to know.
And it was. What did I say earlier in the show? Did I say his daughter was?
Yeah.
It was his daughter. I think I texted him his sister. It was his daughter that was sat with us. Terry is her name. I found out.
All right.
So you can ask about Terry. And evidently Terry is single, by the way.
Interesting.
Found that out too.
So you can't say what age you are, but you can tell people that Tony Collins' daughter is single.
Yes, she is.
Very personal information.
Well, she's a very nice person.
Does she date older white men? All right, let's go to break.
Define date.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. Talk to Kevin Monroe, who will join us on the Pit Electric Live line. No flags on the field.
No flags on the field, Jeff.
More to go on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
So how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times this football season, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Get ready to have fun this season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At US Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
The Dickinson Avenue Public House is a lively and diverse restaurant in Greenville that utilizes fresh and local ingredients. With influences of Creole, Asian, and upscale Southern cuisine, the Dickinson Avenue Public House offers a seasonally rotating menu and a full-service bar with rotating craft brews on tap. Come to the intersection of 8th and Dickinson and enjoy $1 drafts on Tuesday, half-price flights on Wednesday, half-price wine bottles on Thursday, and $1 oysters Tuesday through Friday from 5:30 to 7. For more details, check out their website at daphousenc.com.
Kevin Kugler here from Westwood One, inviting you to join Ryan Leaf and me for NFC action this week on Thursday Night Football with the Cardinals hosting the Saints. It's been a tough start for Kyler Murray in Arizona in a year that had high expectations. Can the Cards get the season on track, or will the Saints march out with a road win? Find out coming up on Thursday Night Football.
Right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7, with supplies and solutions for every industry, and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. You can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Getting you ready for East Carolina, UCF. Big game coming up Saturday night, 7:30 under the lights, Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Let's talk about it with Kevin Monroe, who will be on the call alongside Jeff Charles. He joins us on the Pit Electric Live line on this Thursday. Kevin, how you doing, man?
I'm good, Clip. Hope you are.
Yes, sir. Doing well. And I guess, Kevin, since you did not call the previous two ECU games, they needed to make up for it, make sure you got your hours in. So they gave you a 4-hour, 4-overtime game last Saturday at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Longest game in East Carolina football history, and it went the Pirates' way. How about that one, Kevin? You don't see many of those.
You sure don't, and it's kind of funny. I commented to Jeff, around the second quarter. Hey, this game's moving along pretty quickly, which is kind of the announcer's call of death right there. So I should have known something was coming. And as you know, I was able to go to Philadelphia on Sunday, and I had an 8 a.m. flight. So I got to my house at 2:30, and I was up at about 5:30 to get to the airport.
Rough one there, but man, Pirates pulling out the win on Saturday night. And Kevin, how about down 17-0? You needed something good to happen. The offense gave them a drive and a score, and then Malik Fleming, crucial play to get that interception, that return, set them up for another score, because that thing could have gotten ugly, and it looked like it was going to get ugly. But man, kudos to the Pirates for bouncing back there.
Yeah, a couple of good things about that, because you get down 17-0, and I don't think people think that's out of reach, but it's at least a daunting, almost insurmountable amount of points, and so it gets into the heads of the fans. And if you can imagine going into halftime down 17-0, I bet we would have lost a good bit of fans. But you get that score, you get the interception, takes it down, get another score, and now it's 17-13, even though you mess up the extra point. And now people are feeling good. People feel like we can come back. People feel like we're still in this game. We can win. And so it seemed like most of the fans, if not all the fans, stayed through halftime. And that was good, because those late-night games, you got your kids out there. You don't want to stay too long. So it was good to have the fans in the game. They were a big deal late, especially in overtime. So that interception by Malik Fleming was huge.
And then the other pick, Julius Wood, that's got to be a DB's dream, Kevin, to get that ball and have some open field and some blockers ahead of you. And then for Julius Wood to be able to elude, I think, 3 different tacklers, dive into the end zone, reliving his offensive glory days in high school probably. That was a super impressive return, one of the best defensive returns we've seen in a while.
Yeah, I listened to you guys on the post-game show, and I heard that you did some crack research to find that he was a receiver in high school, so that was pretty cool. He looked like it. And I always love talking about defensive players. You probably heard me say this before, but I love defensive players in the return game as kickoff returners, as punt returners, because I love Malik Fleming at punt returner. I always felt like defensive players take every time they get the ball in their hands, they don't take it for granted. They feel like this may not happen again for a while. I'm going to go score with it. Offensive guys, they get the ball so much, whether it be running backs and receivers. Sometimes they run out of bounds. Sometimes they go down too easy. I don't feel like they're as tough as defensive guys. They don't want it as much. And so to have a guy get the ball in his hand, knowing that these interceptions come few and far between, he was going to get in that end zone. He was bound and determined. And those couple of cutbacks and that dive was pretty cool to watch.
Kevin Monroe joining us on the Pitt Electric Live line. Kevin, you hear today in sports, in the NBA, they call it load management. In the NFL, you hear a lot about, are we overusing McCaffrey? Are we overusing Alvin Kamara? How do we want to keep these guys fresh? But you're also trying to win games. And I thought about some of that the other night when Keaton Mitchell gets 33 touches, 29 carries, 4 catches, and he was huge in overtime as well. And so that is, Rajay Harris being out, of course. I think Marlon Gunn kind of banged up right now. Maybe they don't trust Camaro Edmonds or any other young running back to go in. So they gave Keaton the load, and boy, did Keaton respond in a big way.
I mean, he stepped up big time. It was fun to watch him run, because just a week ago, he was really struggling. At least in my opinion, I felt like he didn't have that burst, and he said after the game he still wasn't 100%, which we'll have to believe him. He knows his body, but he sure looked good. He looked fast out there. He was hitting the hole. And the one thing that Jeff and I commented on during the game was he was running hard. Like in between tackles, he was running through guys. He was dragging guys. And so that's not normally his brand of football. He normally, he shoots through the seam and gets gone, or he goes around the edge and gets gone. But he was running in between the tackles, running hard. And then, the catch, when he made the catch on the outside and made the guy miss to get in the end zone, which was huge to keep the game going. Just couldn't say anything more about that kid. He played a heck of a game.
So the Pirates knock off Memphis, who was a few minutes away from being, I guess, 5-1, 6-1, whatever, in top 25, but they lost that game to Houston. Now you take on a UCF team who is a head-scratching loss at home against Louisville, away from being top 25, probably top 20. They're receiving votes in the top 25. But, man, Kevin, these numbers UCF's putting up offensively and defensively, very impressive. We'll start offensively with John Rice Plumlee and what he's been able to do, really running the football, but also throwing 4 touchdowns in the win over Temple. This offense, fast as they are every year, but Gus Malzahn, it looks like he has his quarterback in place, and they're putting up a lot of points this year.
Yeah, the first thing I like to look at when I'm researching quarterbacks is their completion percentage, because if you're completing, 50% or below, I'm not worried about you, because that just tells me even when you have open receivers, you're bound to miss one. But if you get in the 60s and over, then now we got to be concerned that 6 out of 10 times you're going to complete that pass or more. And so John Reese Plumlee, he's throwing at about almost 64%, and then touchdowns to interceptions, 11-3. I mean, those things are solid numbers, 252 passing per game. But, oh, by the way, he's the team's leading rusher. And so anytime you have that combination of being able to run and throw, we hear he was a receiver just a year ago, and so he's good at getting in and out of his cuts. He's pretty quick. That's a major concern. Last week versus Memphis, it looked like Miles Berry was tabbed with spying that quarterback because he was a pretty good runner too. And Miles did a great job. There wasn't a whole lot of scrambles where he was getting downfield and making plays with his feet. So you got to figure that the Pirates will do something similar. They don't show their hand from game to game, but they'll do something similar. Have somebody spying him, keeping him in the pocket, containing him, make sure he doesn't kill us with his feet. But you're right. This offense, very dangerous. A couple different running backs that can run the ball successfully. Everybody's close to 4 yards a carry or more. A few receivers with some touchdowns. They can do it all. So they putting up 40 points a game or more, and that's UCF football in a nutshell. Their last three coaches have all been successful there, and no different here under Malzahn.
Yeah, putting up 41, allowing just 14, and going into this one, it sounds like a similar recipe to what ECU has seen in Tulane and Navy, where it sounds like they don't blitz a lot. Mark Daniels, the play-by-play voice of the Knights, joined us earlier this week, said they won't blitz you. They'll kind of sit back, rely on their defensive line to get pressure and just body you up there in the secondary. They have some tall cornerbacks, something that Isaiah Winstead pointed out when he joined us the other day. So, Kevin, this might come down to decision-making from Holton Ahlers. Where does the ball go? Get it out to the man quickly, and as you talked about earlier against South Florida, winning one-on-one battles. It sounds like they like to go man-to-man, so you could see some one-on-one opportunities this Saturday.
Yeah, this defense is good because, as you said, they're only giving up 14 points a game, so that's impressive. But on the ground, only 124 on the ground, and through the air, only 212. So those are solid numbers. They only have 2 interceptions all year long. If you think back to the I think it was Memphis had 9 interceptions. That's well above average, but 2 is well below average. But they've got 29 pass breakups. So they're getting their hands on footballs. They're just not catching them very often. So I don't know if those guys back there just don't have very good hands or just in bad luck or what. But they got, as he said, big, strong defensive backs. They're everywhere, getting their hands on the footballs. 11 sacks, so they're putting some pressure on quarterbacks. So you're right. He's going to have to get the ball out quick. He's going to have to be accurate with his passes. He's got to make the right decisions, or he's going to find himself, if not getting picked off, getting balls knocked to the ground a bunch.
Kevin Monroe joining us, Pitt Electric Live Line. They sound like ECU's defense in another sense, Kevin. I've heard a lot of bend but don't break. They'll give up, a drive or two here, but they will bow up when teams get in the red zone. Got the, number 1 red zone defense coming into this week. So sounds similar to the Pirates in that regard. Could be some big plays up and down the field, but who can cash it in the red zone? That's going to be a key this weekend.
Yeah, and the Pirates have been good most of the year in the red zone offensively. They've found a way to score. Haven't been great when it comes to kicking field goals and extra points, but I like what I saw from Conrad this past week. But in terms of putting the ball in the end zone, they've been pretty good. And so, yeah, Pirates got to find a way to make the right calls as they get inside the 20, find a way to mix up the run and the pass, maybe not put as much on a guy like Keaton Mitchell. Hopefully, the receivers spread that thing out. Isaiah Winstead was, far and away the best player last week in the receiving game, but like to get TJ going a little bit more. I see those tight ends more involved. But yeah, the team that can put the ball in the end zone and get 6 instead of 3 is going to be the team that wins this game.
Kevin Monroe joining us. We always like to talk a little NFL before we let you go on Thursdays, Kevin. And in most years, if you're 4-2 in the NFC East, you got like a 2-game lead in the division, but not this year. The Cowboys actually look it up at a couple teams. The Giants at 5-1, and of course the Eagles. Cooper Rush, rough one the other night in Philadelphia, but help could be on the way. Kevin, is Dak ready to go this Sunday?
Yeah, I'm hearing that he's ready to go, and I'm honestly glad that he didn't play on Sunday night. It was I was in the stadium. It was a harsh environment. It would have been a tough first game back for him, and God knows had he gone in there and lost after Cooper Rush had won 4 in a row, there would have just been controversy like crazy. So Cooper struggled a little bit. Dak's coming back. I'm excited about that. The Lions aren't the best team in the NFL, so I think that this is a game a good one to bring him back in. So we'll see how it goes. But the Pirates or the Cowboys have already faced the Giants, beat them, faced the Commanders. You know how that went, and so now they face the Eagles. So they've got a chance to look at everybody in the NFC so far.
Yeah, I've been to road environments with East Carolina football, Kevin. I've never been to see Washington play an opposing team, and I've always said my least favorite pick. I'll never go see a Washington game in Philadelphia. That just sounds miserable. So when you go to that, Kevin, are you wearing your Cowboys gear? Or are you just trying to blend in? Like, you don't want batteries thrown at you. So how do you handle that?
So we've talked a little bit about what I do for a living. I'm a financial advisor, and I've got some clients, and I have clients on both teams, right? So I have clients on the Cowboys and clients on the Eagles. So I never wear gear when I'm going, for my job. And so, matter of fact, after the game, I went down kind of in the player area for the Philadelphia Eagles and saw 3 or 4 guys. So that wouldn't have worked had I put on my Cowboys. But yes, just me in general, I probably would never wear my gear to an away game. I'll go and I might cheer a little bit. Matter of fact, a quick story: I went to Dallas probably 7-8 years ago in Jerry World, and after the game, they were playing the Redskins. They were the Redskins at the time. They won the game. Cowboys won the game, but after the game, I went to go see some Redskins players, and one of the wives said to me, "Hey, I think I saw you on the jumbotron cheering for the Cowboys." And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" So I learned my lesson to not do that anymore.
Kevin Monroe, he's a chameleon. Well done, Kevin. Good strategy there. Kevin, have a great call Saturday night, another late one. And then, man, we got 3 Saturdays off in a row after that. Trust me, I've been looking forward to that. Got a Friday night game, then a bye week, then another Friday night game. So we got another late one this Saturday, but a little bit of a breather coming up.
Well, I am, just for you, I will be headed to Washington to see the Commanders in Green Bay on Sunday, so I'll have to let you know how that goes.
Good deal. I tell you what, if there's a time to play Green Bay, it might be right now. They are really, really struggling. And
they don't look very good.
Yeah, Rodgers is moping around, so maybe we can get him on Sunday. Kevin, appreciate it as always, man. We'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, there is Kevin Monroe joining us, Pit Electric Live Line. Chandler just checked in and said, can confirm with Kevin Monroe, was at Lincoln Financial Field with my Cowboys jersey on, and it was absolute hell. Met several other Cowboys fans dressed in all black going incognito. He said, with all that being said, I would go back. Yeah, you got to be pretty brave to rock your opposing team's apparel to an Eagles game. I just think I wouldn't deal with the headache of all that. But thanks to Kevin Monroe for joining us. He'll be on the call. Big one on Saturday night. Let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, we'll talk to former Pirate receiver Blake Prol. He is with the Minnesota Vikings. We recorded this interview yesterday when he was kind of in limbo, where he got waived but made it through waivers. And late yesterday afternoon, they added him to the practice squad. So we talk football, ECU, music, and more. You'll hear from Blake Prol when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Love is finding the internet of your dreams from MetroNet. Get ready for fast, reliable, 100% fiber speeds with unlimited data so you can stream, study, surf, and game on all your devices simultaneously. No lag times or buffering. MetroNet offers student deals. Get 100 megabit internet for just $39.95 a month. Switch today at metronet.com/switch. MetroNet. Love your internet.
Hey Pirate fans, this is head coach Mike Houston. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been taking care of our athletes here at East Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or if it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the folks who have been taking care of me and many of our fans in Pirate Nation, or visit them online at orthopedicseast.com. Go Pirates!
Whether you're at the worksite or the trailhead, you need an ATV with power and performance, technology to make every job easier, and a time-tested promise of quality and dependability. You need the 2022 Honda 4Trax lineup, available now at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville. Then you'll learn how life is better on a Honda ATV. For riders 16 years old and older, Honda recommends that all ATV riders take a training course and read the owner's manual thoroughly.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
CD's Grill is known for great homemade breakfast and awesome country cook and lunch specials. And now CD's Grill is open for dinner Monday through Friday. That's right. CD's Grill, located on Fire Tower Road in Winterville, is now open for dinner. And CD's is excited to announce that every Friday night is steak night. CD's Steak Night every Friday night, starting at 4:30, features certified black Angus ribeye steaks, baked potato or sweet potato, and a salad bar. You asked for it, and once again, CD's Grill delivers every Friday night with steak night. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
All anniversaries are special, but because it's Bostic Sugg Furniture's 85th anniversary extravaganza, we packed a lot into our big extravaganza with not one, not two, but 3 ways to save. Extra 10% off, plus $19.37 local delivery, plus 6 months special financing on all in-stock and custom orders. Change your mattress, change your life, and get 48 months special financing during the big 85th anniversary extravaganza on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients.
Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road in Winterville, and a new location coming soon to Uptown Greenville.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Have you heard Winslow's is now 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room, and with a brand new look, 5th Street Hardware also has a new menu and serves lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday, plus brunch starting at 10:30 on Saturdays and Sundays. You can follow 5th Street Hardware on Instagram for the latest events and specials. It's a new look, a new name, but it's the same location, right on 5th Street beside the State Theater. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. You could argue one of the strengths of this year's East Carolina team. And we didn't have it this way going into the year, but receivers and this receiver room, especially what Isaiah Winstead has done, C.J. Johnson. Jalen Johnson, when he's been able to play, he's been banged up recently. We hope to get Josiah Hatfield more in the mix, but got to throw in Ryan Jones, Shane Calhoun, those guys as well. It has become a strength on this team, and former Pirate that used to do it here, Blake Prol, is now with the Minnesota Vikings. And looking back at Blake's numbers here at East Carolina, had 130 catches in his 3 seasons for almost 1,600 yards and 9 touchdowns. So just a very stable, consistent receiver for this East Carolina football team, trying to make it in the NFL. Injuries have not cooperated up to this point, but we were able to catch up with Blake Prol yesterday, and during the interview, you'll hear him talk about the position he was in at the time of the conversation, which was he got waived by the Vikings, but they already told him that they would add him to the practice squad if he cleared waivers and was not picked up by another team. He did clear waivers, and he is now on that Vikings practice squad. Let's hear the conversation from Wednesday with former Pirate and current Viking Blake Prol. Blake, how you doing?
I'm great. Thank you guys for having me.
Yes, sir. And in the football business and the music business, we'll talk about both of those items. But as we sit here, we are recording this on a Wednesday afternoon, so things could change by the time this airs. But as it sits currently, Blake, what is your status, in the NFL, your status with the Vikings as we speak?
Yeah, so I've been on injury reserve since my repair on my knee. And I recently came off of the PUP list and was given a 2-week evaluation period where I can practice with the team and be evaluated and see if I'm healthy. And I did a pretty good job. So what happens is for me to get put on practice squad, they got to waive me for 24 hours. And if I clear waivers by 3 o'clock today, I'll be signed to the practice squad. So kind of just, it's a little bit of a waiting game today, but so, yeah, we got our fingers crossed for that.
Yeah, so I guess there's not a bad case scenario here. Either you get picked up by another team or you're going to be on the Vikings practice squad. Is that kind of how you read it?
Yep, pretty much. That is.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything bad that could come from it. So
awesome.
Sure.
And Blake, man, you've had to show, I guess, a lot of patience here. If I remember correctly, you had a great preseason with the Vikings, and it wasn't too long before you were about ready to get going with preseason, the regular season. You suffered an injury, and you've just been battling through that since then.
Oh yeah, it was a long road. It was projected about 16-month recovery because I tore so many different things in my knee to where it took 2 surgeries to fix it all. And it was. I came back in 13 months, so 3 months early, which was a blessing. I have the best training staff here and the best support team, and just the organization is awesome. So without their support, I definitely wouldn't have been able to come back early, but able to make a healthy comeback. My knee feels awesome. I feel, I kind of hit the ground running, which is great. So now practice squad will be awesome because I'll be able to, still be getting reps and get back into it and kind of get back to where I was before I got hurt.
So, Blake, and we've seen kind of your posts on social media and things like that. You have remained with the Vikings and a member of that team, kind of like Rajay Harris right now for East Carolina, who's suffered an injury. But we talk to Rajay every week, and he's still a member of the team, just not on the field. So it looks like even though you haven't been able to suit up due to injury, you've been a big part of the team, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think one of the coolest things was when I got hurt, they wanted me – in the NFL, you can kind of go rehab wherever you want. You can leave. When you're on IR, you don't have to be in the building. But they had asked me to be in all the meetings, work out with the team, be in the building every day. So, it felt important to me that they wanted me around and to be around the guys. And, yeah, I mean, it is hard being on the sidelines watching, but you definitely are a part of the team, and you definitely, give a productive feedback to your teammates and all of that stuff. So, it's about the culture and stuff off the field. So I can feel for Rajay, that's for sure.
Blake Prol joining us, put up some big numbers here in Greenville. And, Blake, you've been surrounded by talent your entire life. Of course, your father playing all those years in the NFL, and you had a really good career here at East Carolina. And the further you go up the chain, the more amazing players you're around. And I bring that up to say, what's it like watching Justin Jefferson go to work every day? He is one of the best. And, again, you're around awesome players day in, day out. But some guys are just a head and shoulders above the others, and Jefferson's one of those guys.
Yeah, Justin is, first of all, a great dude, unbelievable guy. He's even a better guy off the field than he is a football player. And, yeah, I mean, I would say he's probably one of the most, electric receivers I've ever been around, probably. It's hard for me to get pleased, kind of, watching receivers in person. But when I first saw him, I was like, oh, wow. that's something I've never seen. He's just a really, really smooth route runner and catches the ball strong, knows how to get open. Yeah, definitely a generational talent for sure.
And one more question about a Vikings player. I'm a Washington fan, so I watched a lot of Kirk Cousins and his career, and such a, I guess, a normal guy, kind of quirky here and there. I don't know, a howdy-doody type of guy, and then people pick on him because he's so kind of like normal and wholesome. But how about Kirk as a leader, as a teammate, as a friend? The Vikings are off to a great start this year, and he's having a great season so far. What kind of guy is Kirk Cousins?
Kirk is an unbelievable guy. I laugh because he is funny. He's a funny dude, but he's an unbelievable person. I mean, talk about an intelligent guy. He's like one of the smartest people I've ever been around, for sure. Just his process, you kind of learn what a true pro does off the field to prepare for a game day, and like how much they put in behind the scenes. And he's a great person. He's really good at singing too. So me and him harmonize all the time together around the facility. And dude, he's a great guy. Obviously, we're 5-1 right now, and he's the leader of our offense. So I think having him as a captain of our team and a leader of our high productive offense is a blessing for sure.
As a fan, Blake, I'm looking around the NFC East, and my team stinks this year. But I'm looking at the Eagles undefeated. The Giants are 5-1. Cowboys 4-2, playing well and getting Dak Prescott back. How about like as a player, are you tuned in to, man, Green Bay just lost to the Giants and Jets back to back, and the Lions have 1 win, Bears have 2 wins. Like you're watching your own business, I'm sure, your own personal health, and then what your team's doing. But how much do you scoreboard watch these guys in your division and say, man, we got a 2-game lead over the Packers right now?
It's definitely super exciting. We're definitely ahead of our division, and we got to play those guys again. We've beat all of them once, but in the league you got to play them twice. So the crazy thing about the league is like every team is good regardless of their record. The league is so tough to win in that you can't really like worry too much about results and how people are doing, because it really is all about the finish. We have a great start, but we got to finish stronger than we started. So, and we haven't even played our best football yet, to be honest. So I think it is really, really cool, and there's a huge opportunity there to obviously like finish out. Obviously it's only it's our bye week right now, but still the beginning-esque of the season. So we got a lot to do, but it is definitely exciting. The opportunity is there.
Blake Prol joining us. Blake, East Carolina coming off a big win. How about quadruple overtime over the Memphis Tigers? And they got another big one this week with UCF coming to town. And Blake, you've been able to keep up with the Pirates this season so far.
Oh yeah. I try to watch every game. I'm pretty sure I've been able to see every game. I was able to get down there for the NC State game. That was before our week 1, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool to see what Coach Houston's doing over there. I think the team itself and the players are just they've just really rallied together, and Holton's playing some of his best football, and those receivers, man, I know we got some transfers. Isaiah Winstead is obviously a dog. He's wearing 11, so I'm not surprised. But man, he's super fun to watch, and you can tell those guys are on a mission. So I'm just like super, super proud to, kind of rep. I just worked out at the facility, and I'm wearing an ECU cutoff right now. So it's something I can wear around and be proud of.
Blake, you just missed out on the NIL stuff, right? So every Monday we talk to the players here. We've got a group of guys that join us, and Isaiah Winstead's one of those guys. Pretty soft-spoken guy, quiet guy. We've got him to open up a little bit, but I can tell you he does it on the field, and he's certainly got that mentality. He is thinking NFL. He's thinking next level, and seems like the kind of guy that you might be seeing on Sundays along with yourself next year.
For sure. I totally see that as well. He keeps going at this pace and keeps that mentality. I don't see how he couldn't do it. I think he's definitely got a chance to get drafted, and hopefully have a great career. So I totally agree with you.
You're only a couple years removed, but I always get this when I talk to these former players that, like, you always seem to just miss out on something. Like, even talking to guys in the late 2000s, they're upset that they didn't get to wear black uniforms. And then, we keep going throughout the years and years. And, you would have been a pretty good candidate, the way you talk and act for some NIL deals, Blake. You just missed out, though.
I know. I definitely missed out on a bunch of stuff. And then those white jerseys, helmets, throwbacks, I mean, they're just bringing it all out. But no, it's all good. I'm happy to see it. It's pretty cool to see that stuff, But yeah, no, I think it is funny. I think the whole team here, all the professional athletes are kind of like, man, like right when we leave, like they get all this stuff. But it's all cool. It's all blessings.
Yeah. Blake Prol joining us, Pit Electric Live Line. Blake, Holden Ayler's always seemed mature, even, when he came in as a freshman. But if you watch him now, I mean, do you see anything different than you saw when he was a younger quarterback that you were playing with? How about, his growth as a QB?
Yeah, I agree. He was always pretty mature. I would say just his decision-making and how poised he is in big situations. I wouldn't say that he wasn't that way, even as a true freshman. He always was, made for those big moments. But I think he's definitely grown in those moments and has learned like what decisions to make versus when to take a shot versus not when to take a shot. And I think you kind of see that, last year and this year with obviously that fourth overtime win last week. And they did that last year, I think, against Memphis too, kind of. We had some big-time wins, Navy and stuff like that. So I think just from last year and this year, the 2 years I haven't been there, I've definitely seen, like, a huge amount of growth just in decision-making. And he's always made plays. He's always been a beast, a playmaker like that. But I think just, like I said, just prime-time decision-making, I think, has just even gone up a couple of points, in my opinion.
Talking to Blake Prol, former East Carolina wide receiver, and at the time of this interview, you'll know what roster he is on, kind of in limbo here as we record this on a Wednesday afternoon. But Blake, let's talk about your music career, and this is something that you're very talented at, but also you take seriously. So I don't know, when did this start, Blake? When did you get interested in singing? Is this something you've been doing for a while?
No. It's so funny. It just started when I got injured. I was like on bed rest, and honestly, since I was young, I've always loved to just like dance and sing. Music is just like one of those things I loved, but I never did anything. My family's like tone deaf, so I guess I don't know. I just was always had a musical talent deep down. I just never discovered it until I had bought a guitar at ECU like my last year for fun. Never really got to play it. But I had brought it to Minneapolis and started learning how to play it because I had so much time on my hands because I couldn't walk. So I was just like in my bed all the time. And I just learned to play the guitar and I started singing with it. I was told to make a TikTok and my TikTok went viral and I had a couple 100,000 followers. And I was like, wow, people really like this. And then I started writing and then here we are kind of fast forward. Obviously there's a lot of details in there. I don't want to talk too long about it, but it's been pretty cool. I got 3 singles out now and a lot more to come in the future, so it's pretty cool. I had to sing a bunch during training camp for the team.
Oh yeah,
pretty fun.
Yeah, what did they make you do? Did you sing? You probably didn't sing your own stuff, right? So you had to sing some covers.
I sang like some Justin Bieber. Some what else? Some like Bruno Mars, it's hilarious that my teammates are so supportive of me. And the first time I sang in front of anybody was at Adam Thielen's foundation event. Me and Adam, that's probably my best friend. He's like a big brother to me. And I sang at his foundation event, and we just auctioned a private concert for his foundation and raised a bunch of money. So we've kind of done a bunch of stuff like that. So it's just kind of grown into this thing that I can like kind of help people, and it's really cool. It's super forgiving, and it's something that I've learned to love and have a passion for.
So those singles, and I'm looking at it now, I believe it's Happy Without Me, Falling Into You, Think I Like You. Are those available for purchase? If people, want to hear those, how do you hear those?
Yeah, usually, I mean, they're on all platforms.
Okay.
I know exactly. I don't know how that stuff really works. I don't know all the business side, but yeah, they're available for all that streaming and all that stuff. They're on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, all that stuff.
So you mentioned going viral. You've got probably fans of you that don't even know that you play football, right? There's you're like a split personality right now.
Yeah, it's no, that happens all the time. I'll be on TikTok live, like singing on a live stream or something, and somebody will comment and be like, "Wait, you play football?" Or like a bunch of my comments on TikTok will be like, "I had no idea you were on the Vikings."
Right.
So,
yeah.
Which is pretty. I think it's cool. That means people like me for my music. It's purest form instead of me like being able to do two. So I think that's pretty cool. I plan on doing my first headline concert here in Minneapolis in the spring at First Avenue, which is where Prince used to play, which is pretty awesome. So, yeah, I'm really, really excited.
That's awesome, man. You got a lot going on, Blake, and successful in it all. So keep up the great work. Great to catch up with you, man. I know you got a lot going on, but we wish you the best of health and the best moving forward in your career, both, I guess, musically and on the football field. Good stuff. How's your pops, Ricky, doing? I know his Demon Deacons are doing well. He's probably excited about that.
Yeah, he's doing good. He actually is gonna. He took a XFL receiver job.
Oh, nice.
Because I think he missed coaching a little bit to where the XFL is kind of perfect, where it's just a spring season, a couple months, and he can kind of serve that passion that he has of coaching kids, and so he's gonna coach receivers for I don't want to say the wrong name. I want to say they're the Battlehawks, but I don't know, so maybe not quote me on that. But, yeah, so he's gonna go down there in Texas and coach a team this off season during the spring, and that should be pretty fun for him. So he's doing good.
Awesome.
His business. Yep.
Good to hear. All right, Blake Prol joining us today, Pit Electric Live Line. Blake, keep up the awesome work, man, and I can't wait to see you on the football field, and there's a lot of our listeners that can't wait to hear your next single. So just keep it up on all ends, and thanks so much for joining us today, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
There is former Pirate receiver Blake Prol, now a member of the Vikings. He's on the practice squad, and maybe some of you know him for his musical talents, as he is a talented young man. All right, let's take a break. When we return, the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, will join us. We'll get his thoughts on East Carolina UCF. We got college football tonight, along with every major pro sport. And we'll talk college football games coming up this weekend as well. All ahead, PRL, back with you after this.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Hey Jeff, how's inventory going?
Inventory levels are increasing. For the first time in over 45 days, we have Mazdas in stock, Buick in stock, Cadillac in stock, and GMC in stock. I highly encourage the customer to go to gmc.com, build and price their vehicle, share that with Brown & Wood, and let us place your order. We need some price protection for these customers, and you got to place an order to have that.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville, and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles for my friends at Ed Watkins Marine. I've known Ed personally for years, covering his winning performances on the football field and on NASCAR's pit road. Now Ed is winning on the water, and you get to win too. You win with awesome prices on boats from Ed Watkins Marine, and of course, great service after the sale. If you're looking for a new boat, contact Ed Watkins Marine today. They will deliver anywhere. Find them online at edwatkinsmarine.com and tell them the voice sent you. UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville. Do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
This is Braxton Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. If you're looking to purchase a home, it is still a great time, and being pre-qualified before you begin shopping is an advantage. At Angel Oak, we offer a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans that can fit most financial situations. To get started, contact our experienced team of Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, Wanda Hager, or myself, Braxton Green, at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hungry for game day, Pirate Nation? Take advantage of the Warren's Hot Dogs tailgate special of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. And the best part, this special is available every day. Just call ahead and Warren's will have your order ready to go. Hungry for breakfast? Warren's Hot Dogs in Chocowinity opens at 5 a.m. with cheese biscuits, chicken biscuits, sausage dogs, and more. Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Go Pirates!
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
Pirate Radio.
And you write that down, because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it!
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. For the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on all our social medias on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the over 60,000 followers today at PR927FM. Now let's head back into the studio. Here's Cliff Rock.
Shirley.
Why is Shirley looking at me like that?
Shirley, nice live read right there. Nice live ad read.
Shirley sounding a little different.
The best part about being a producer sometimes is delegating responsibility.
The best part of waking up.
Is Folgers in your cup.
True.
They pay for that?
No free ads.
Are they paying for that?
Chandler Honeycutt here.
Hashtag no free ads.
Simple question for the groups of you. This will not count against our official record, but I want to know. I'm curious. Saints at Cardinals tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you go?
Where do you go?
Who do you trust?
This is a pillow fight right here.
I'm going with my old friend, Robbie Anderson. Good luck, Robbie. Good luck, Robbie.
Forgot he was a Cardinal.
I'm also going with my quarterback in fantasy, Kyler Murray.
Boy, oh boy, if the Cardinals have any fight and any chance to do anything in 2022, they got to win this one at home against the Saints. They're only 2.5-point favorites. I guess I've been wanting to go Saints all day, but I guess I'll lean Cardinals. I did see a stat that Andy Dalton up there, all-time worst records in primetime.
0-11.
Is that what it is?
0-11.
No wins?
None. I saw 0-11 in primetime games. I want to say that's what I saw.
Are we still counting a streaming service only game as primetime?
Great question. Great point.
By the way, can Prime Video finally get a football game that is worth watching?
Let me look at the Thursday night schedule the remainder of the year. We need to get to our interview with Jeff Nadu, which we will momentarily. Have y'all answered my question, by the way?
Cardinals.
Maybe I should take the Saints. Week 8. Oh, here we go. Ravens at Bucks next week. A decent Thursday night game. Eagles at Texans after that. Oh, my God. Falcons at Panthers after that.
Invigorating.
Hey, everybody tune in. The Panthers will be debuting their all-black uniforms.
Titans at Packers. Bills at Patriots on December 1st. Raiders at Rams. So, yeah, Prime Video. Niners at Seahawks. Jaguars at Jets. That's a great way to close it out. Cowboys at Titans. That's the Prime Video schedule.
NFL said, here, Prime, have Thursday night, and then proceeded to give them the worst matchups.
Bad matchups all year long.
By the way, you say Jets, and we initially go, oh, God. Jets are 4-2, folks.
Jets are 4-2?
Jets are 4-2.
Robert Saleh.
Big win on the road against a very pitiful and depleted Packers team.
True. All right, we'll make our NFL picks coming up Friday on the show. Right now, we'll head out to the Pit Electric Live line and talk to the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. He joins us today on the Pirate Radio Live. Jeff, how you doing?
Great. How are you, Cliff?
Great. It's one of those rare days, Jeff, where you've got Major League Baseball playoffs, NFL, NBA, NHL, college football, all going on at the same time. We don't always get this, so don't take it for granted, folks. Enjoy it. A lot of games to watch and maybe a lot of money to win if you can be on the right side of things. So, Jeff, we'll start with college football. Let's start with East Carolina before we get into tonight and the rest of the weekend. Pirates coming off a 4-overtime victory over Memphis. Obviously, the Road Tigers getting the cover in that game. Now East Carolina, a home underdog, and we saw this against NC State and have not seen it since, Jeff. They got UCF coming to town, and, man, the Knights on paper look really good. Their only blemish on the year to Louisville. They put up a lot of points. They don't give up a lot of points. They're 5-point favorites going into the game Saturday night. So how do you read this one, East Carolina and UCF for Saturday night?
Well, I would probably read it as, it's probably high scoring. I mean, I'm not sure I completely trust UCF's defense. Look, I'll admit, I thought that was a pretty impressive performance against SMU. I mean, only giving up 20 points.
Yeah.
It was about 2 weeks ago. But when we really look outside of that, I mean, this team really hasn't played, anything special. Louisville, I guess you could write home about them a little bit. But, this is a team with ECU that, as you know, they're at home here. We know they have a good offense. Do we completely trust them on defense? I'm not sure, especially against a team like UCF, who obviously moves the football. Are they the team of several years ago? No, but they're still very potent offensively. I look at both these teams as groups that'll probably bend defensively when really tested. And I would just lean on kind of a higher scoring game. I thought 63 was a little low. I'd have probably put it 65, so I think there's a little value there on the game. As far as itself, I mean, I feel like UCF's a tough team to gauge because I really don't want to step in front of a team that just scored 70 points. And when we look over the last two games, they scored 111 points combined. They can turn it up quickly. And, I'll admit, and I think you kind of know this, Cliff, this is not a great kind of time to back ECU. I mean, I know they're coming off a big win, but it was an overtime game. It was a wild game. This is a game they need to have, though. You know that. I mean, the next three games are going to be very difficult if you want to get the ball eligibility. To get the ball eligibility, you have to have this one. It seems a bit high to me. I would lean ECU. I would lean with the over. I think it's probably a game similar to last week, high scoring. probably close.
All right, Jeff Nadu, Barstool Sports, joining us today, Pit Electric Live Line, as we talk ECU, UCF, and it's a great week in the American, Jeff. I'll run over these games real quick and see if there's one that stands out to you. Cincinnati on the road earlier this week, a 3-point favorite at SMU. Looks like it might be around 3.5 now. Some people going with the Bearcats, but that's an intriguing matchup, noon on ESPN. I'll throw in Houston at Navy just because it's a tight spread. Houston, a 3-point road favorite at Navy. And then Tulane trying to stay in the top 25. They got this schizophrenic Memphis team coming in. Tulane, a 7-point favorite at home against the Tigers. So how about those games, Jeff? You got Cincinnati, Houston, and Tulane as favorites. What do you think about those matchups in the AAC?
Cincinnati's coming off a bye. We haven't seen them since they beat, I think it was South Florida. It was actually a very hard-fought game. It seemed like maybe they had their eyes closed as they headed into a bye and were able to escape with a win. But SMU is tough, man. Tanner Mordecai is a damn good quarterback. I had really got lucky last week with that Navy plus the 12.5. I mean, SMU was cruising in that game. I think this is kind of a clash in styles. You obviously have a team in Cincinnati who's still very good defensively against a team in SMU that I think is generally decent defensively, but they're not great. They have a great offense. So that's a game I'm kind of trying to avoid. I'll keep saying it, Clip. I think this Navy team is really starting to find their stride. I don't really think Houston should be a favorite to anybody. They have not looked good in any game this year. Did they get some kind of momentum winning the game the way they did against Tulane? Well, yeah. But then they followed it up, basically a week later, had to fight back against Memphis, got that win, good momentum. And then they were off last week. So you kind of lost any momentum you had with that Memphis win. And now you got to go to Annapolis as a favorite against a team in Navy who's playing good football right now. They've hung around in every game they were in. This offense looks good. I would really lean on Navy here. I think it's a good spot for them, plus the points at home.
Jeff Nadu, Barstool Sports, joining us on the Pit Electric Live Line. Jeff, coming up tonight, boy, Virginia at Georgia Tech. Not a great game on paper, but start to look at Tech. They have won a couple of games since firing Jeff Collins. They beat Pitt and knocked off Duke. They got Virginia tonight. They still play Virginia Tech. Could they upset a Miami, North Carolina, Florida State? I don't know, but they are in a spot here. If they win tonight, they'll have 4 wins and actually have something to play for down the stretch, trying to get to 6 wins. You've got Virginia. Boy, they've had a disappointing season at 2-4. I don't know if you want to back either of these teams. Total in the 40s at 46.5. And I know you were on South Alabama last week. They're a 3-point favorite tonight against Troy. That total in the 40s as well. I'm seeing 47. So any interest in the Thursday night action tonight?
Yeah, I really like South Alabama, man. This is a huge game in the Sun Belt. When we look at Sun Belt standings, I mean, you have 2 groups. On the one side, South Alabama's 1 game up on Troy, and then in the other side, it's Coastal, James Madison, Old Dominion kind of fighting it out. This is a big game in this conference, and I've said before, I'll say it again. This South Alabama team is really tough. They're at home here. They haven't lost at home yet this season. And their defense, man, has been really good. I mean, their pass defense is terrific. Troy's got some issues at their quarterback position. Gunnar Watson, the quarterback, went out last week. It's questionable whether he'll play tonight. Jared Doge would be the backup, who was formerly at Bowling Green and West Virginia. South Alabama is just a better offensive team. They're very solid on that end. And they have, I think, to me, a little bit of kind of a pushback here against Troy. Troy's kind of owned them the last 3 or 4 matchups. A lot of chip on their shoulders here. I think they come out South Alabama on fire. I would probably, though, Clip, to do something I don't normally do, and that would be buy a half point. I don't do that much, but I think this could surely be a 27-24, 24-21 type of game. I want to win in this game, not push. I'm going to look to maybe 2.5, minus 120 on this game. I like South Alabama. I think they get the job done tonight.
All right, the big man sticking with USA coming up tonight as they take on Troy. Jeff, any other game or two going on this weekend in college football that you've got highlighted?
Yeah, I got my I got a couple circled. One I've already bet, Boise. I took them at 4 against Air Force. That one's down at 2.5. But I'll give you one that I'm going to be zeroing in on that I'm going to take. I'm zeroing in on TCU getting their first loss this week. I love K-State in this spot, plus 3.5. K-State's an interesting team, Clip. I think defensively they're really good. And I think this is the first real defense I think that TCU is going to play. When we look at TCU, Clip, I just kind of want to quickly go over their schedule. I mean, what exactly, as far as defenses, have you played? I mean, there's nothing here. I mean, Colorado, SMU, Oklahoma, Kansas, Oklahoma State. I mean, Oklahoma State is not the same team defensively as they've been in years past. This is your first real defense. And I've always said, if TCU goes up against a team that can stop the run, plays good defense, they're going to be in for a long day because they cannot stop anybody. You look at K-State. K-State is very solid on both sides against the pass and the run. I like their offense. I like the fact that Adrian Martinez looks to be a damn good quarterback for them. I like their coaching. I just like this spot for them. The whole world is going to be on Texas Christian here, but 87% of the money is actually on K-State. I think this is a great spot to back K-State as a dog, plus 3.5. I think they beat Texas Christian.
All right, Big Man on Campus on the K-State side. And, Jeff, you got your show, Big Man on Betting, coming up. And I believe I saw that Big Ev going to join you today for some hard-hitting gambling talk.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Big Ev's had a great year. I think, and I don't mean to be arrogant, but I feel like outside of me, he is, him and I are the best gamblers at Barstool, and I believe that. I'm looking forward to talking with Ev for an hour or so and going over several games, a lot of games, and to having a good time. Plus, Clip, I wanted to tell you, round ball's out. So I'm looking forward to getting some opinions from people on that. We had a great first episode, got a huge interview next week. So college basketball is on the docket as well coming up here.
That's awesome to hear. Can't wait to check out the first episode of Round Ball. And, folks, before you make your plays tonight, Friday, Saturday, make sure you watch Big Man on Betting with Jeff Nadu, the Big Man, and Big Ev. So a lot of content out there. Jeff, your Eagles got a win and a cover to remain undefeated the other night. I know you're jazzed up about that. And as I said last Thursday, I know you don't, tout it a lot, but be on the lookout for Jeff Nadu's Twitter on Sundays. He's throwing out some NFL plays, and you're doing well on those.
Yeah, I had another winning week last week. I'm very happy with really how football's went in general. I've had a good season in college football. I'm on the positive there. NFL's been, the thing about NFL, and I think a lot of people need to realize this, when you have strengths with, let's say, college football, you cannot just assume and just give it back on Sunday. I just find spots that I like, I fire in, and I don't try to get too cute with the NFL card. It's a very tough sport to beat, and I've had a good balance of things. I'm playing a lot more totals, which I've liked. Props have been good to me, just zeroing in on certain props, and just really trying to limit. I'm a big quality over quantity type of guy, so I've let that kind of shine through, and I'm very happy with both footballs this year.
Jeff Nadu joining us here on Pirate Radio Live. Jeff, we'll see if we can track you down on a college football Saturday, another night game for East Carolina. So we'll be on the air 3:30 to 7:30 coming up on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, and we'll see if we can track you down Saturday and talk more with you, man.
Did I see Clip Mike Houston went nuts or something? Who was that from the staff that did that?
He, after the win on Saturday night, went to the post-game press conference, slapped the podium. And Shirley, do we have the audio? The Mike Houston, hit it real quick, Shirley, so Jeff can hear it. So this is Houston right after the game.
How about those friggin' Pirates?
Just had a nice yell, and he was.
I'll tell you how I heard about that. We were waiting last night. We recorded a college hoop show with Clip huge guest, like I'm talking millions of followers type of guest, and we're waiting for him. And Jordan Bohannon played that, and I was saying, who is that? And he goes, and this is how you know certain college people. He goes, it was Eastern Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
He said, hey, dude, it's East Carolina.
We've heard that one before. Thank you, Jeff, for correcting him, though. We need more people out there like you helping out the Pirates.
Well, listen, I have a strong affiliation with the boys and girls down in Greenville. Clip, listen, I'm going to tell you, I got to look at the schedule. I would like to come. Does ECU basketball play Memphis this season?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm going to be there. I promise. I will be there. I'm going to be there.
All right. Nadu is in for ECU Memphis, you say?
No, they don't play Memphis at home. Damn it.
That's the one game they don't have. Yeah, you're right. They're on the road at Memphis January 7th. Don't have them here.
Maybe, Houston. Perfect.
Yeah.
For 25th. Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful. I'm in.
There we go. All right, big man. Appreciate you joining us, bud.
Thanks, Clip. See you, bro.
Jeff Nadu joining us, Pit Electric Live Line. We'll check in once again with the big man coming up Saturday during a busy college football day. Chandler Honeycutt.
If Nadu, and we've been hearing Nadu say this a lot in the past few years, that he is going to come to Greenville, he's going to hang out with us.
Pennsylvania native.
Might, if he does come to town, try to treat him to A.J. McMurphy's and trivia on a Wednesday night if he's in town that early. But if he does come to a basketball game, he might have to be a part of the 213 crew.
The 213 crew ready to go for another season of Pirate basketball. We got a lot of football to talk about with Touchdown Tony Collins, and we will do that when we return on Pirate Radio Live. We'll talk Pirates, we'll talk Patriots, NFL, a little bit of everything with TC. That's coming up, and we got to give away something to you in Hour 3. It's all ahead on PRL. Back with you after this.
So how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville has a brand new updated menu. Open from 4 to 9 Tuesday through Saturday and 11 to 9 on Sundays, Familia has a variety of pizza combinations and classic Italian dishes that are sure to tackle your taste buds. Enjoy Thirsty Thursdays with $3 drafts with several local brews on tap. And who doesn't love brunch? Familia has Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Follow Familia on social media for their pizza of the week for just $12. Visit online at familianc.com. Familia, that's Italian for family.
This is Stephen Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too. In Pitt County, call Carlton Venters or C.J. Messerly at 252-756-3007. North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina Incorporated. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Kevin Kugler here from Westwood One, inviting you to join Ryan Leaf and me for NFC action this week on Thursday Night Football with the Cardinals hosting the Saints. It's been a tough start for Kyler Murray in Arizona in a year that had high expectations. Can the Cards get the season on track, or will the Saints march out with a road win? Find out coming up on Thursday Night Football.
Right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7, with supplies and solutions for every industry, and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. You can shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com. Or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Couple days out from East Carolina and a UCF huge game going on at Dowdy at Ficklin Stadium. We'll be with you 3:30 Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Touchdown, Tony Collins joining us in the Pirate Radio studios. Tony, how you doing, sir?
Doing fantastic.
I always have a message to pass along from Troy D. He said he enjoyed his time with you and your daughter at the game on Saturday.
He had texted me early. He said, I enjoyed your sister. I said, that wasn't my sister. It's my daughter, you idiot.
You idiot. You idiot. I said, oh, cool. What was her name? He said, I don't know. I don't remember.
Doesn't remember.
And I said, don't you think that's something you should probably know? And he said, probably. But so is it Terry? Terry. He said, Terry is welcome back anytime.
Good to know.
His words, not mine.
I'm going to keep Terry away from Troy.
I don't like the way you just look at me.
Please do.
Let's see. Okay, back again. LZD asked this question a week ago. He's asking again. He's giving us an A, B, C. He says, what are y'all's thoughts? A, UCF wins and covers. B, UCF wins the game but does not cover the 5. Or C, Pirates win. Let's go around the horn. Let's start with CJ Schaefer. A, B, or C?
I'm going to go, I think it was B that you said, Pirates win and don't cover.
No.
Sorry, Pirates don't
are a dog.
Yeah, sorry, Pirates don't
don't
boy. Win
Let's
and
start
cover.
with Chandler Honeycutt.
I'm going to put this mic
A,
away.
B, or C?
No, I'm going to go. I'll do this for you because I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to go with B. That Central Florida will win, but the Pirates put up a dogfight, and they will lose by less than 5.
All right, let's go over to CJ Schaefer. CJ, what do you got?
Everything Chandler just said.
All right. I'm going to say, unfortunately, A. I think A happens. I think UCF wins, and they win it by 7 to 10 points.
Because you thought that the cover, or the spread, I should say, was the.
All right, let's go back to CJ. CJ, what do you got? Come on, guys.
Everything Chandler just said.
We got an ECU Hall of Famer here. We got to pick it up a little bit.
You didn't let me finish.
You were struggling, man. Let's go.
You thought the spread was going to be about a touchdown.
Yes,
5.
I did. Come on, Tony Collins is here.
Have some patience.
Oh, my God.
I'm about out of patience.
Well, that's not good. We got a whole nother hour of this show to go.
Well, let's make it a good one.
Well, let's go.
All right. Tony, what do you think?
C. I'm going with C, baby. Pirates win.
Tony, I noticed.
Optimistic.
I noticed that you, much like a lot of people, don't call the 5th quarter when things go well for ECU.
Oh,
you only call when you got something to complain about.
Hey-oh!
Is that the kind of person you are?
Is this our new Captain Bill?
Captain Tony?
Captain Tony? Captain T?
I didn't hear from you Saturday.
Well, first of all, you think did you think it went well on Saturday night?
Yeah, it went well.
They won, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it should have been that close, though?
They scored 47 points.
But they gave up 45.
Look, I'm not in the mindset of worrying about how we won. I'm glad they won the game. Sure, there's things that could have been better.
Yeah.
But man, I was thrilled Saturday.
I was too. I was very, very happy for the guys, man. A win is a win, and like I say, I'm optimistic. The kicking game was decent on Saturday night.
The new kicker, Conrad, made all of his attempts.
Made all of them.
We got a call earlier that week saying a Joe from Greensboro, going off the stats of his high school career for Andrew Conrad, basically all 4 years in high school was a perfect kicker.
Wow.
And then Andrew Conrad comes out and pretty much proves Joe right.
And I was side-eyeing that guy. I was kind of smirking like, who? What? We had Isaiah Winstead in here. He was like, yeah, I don't really know.
I don't even know who that guy is.
So I was like, all right, Joe, thanks for the call, whatever. And then a few days later, this Conrad guy's in. He's making his extra points. So great call, Joe. And hopefully Conrad can keep it up. And hopefully our holder can hold the ball and our snapper can snap it correctly.
Everything went well in the kicking game. I mean, offensively, we scored 47 points. You don't think it went well?
There was one botch.
We had one botch.
We had a little one botch hole.
Yeah.
You can't go one game without a botch.
Yeah.
Tony,
but the defense, man, I mean, come on. We just gave up too many points. I think that's the worst I've seen the defense play as far as giving up. They couldn't do anything with the tight end. I mean, come on.
And we're about to face the best offense we've seen.
Double team that tight end or something.
Yeah, he was a big fella.
Now, Tony, you didn't call into the fifth quarter, but with about 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, Pirates are down 17-0. Were you thinking about calling into the fifth quarter?
No, it was too early. I mean, even then, that was just too early. Because I mean, when I watch the game, I look at the drives and see, okay, we can move the ball against these guys. I mean, so we can make some,
because they got down there and didn't convert on the fourth down.
Yeah. So I mean, we could, I wasn't too worried, and then we came back, but still, I have to go back with the defense again. It's not. I mean, our defense has been playing balls out this whole season, but they just gave up too many points on Saturday night.
Well, we're in the stands, or when we're watching at home, we're like, all right, down 17, we got to get a score, a stop, a score. We start doing our sports math. But how about as a player, Tony, back when you played, at what point did you, because you know what the score is, but you're always focused on the next play.
Right.
So at what point did you start to kind of look at that score, get a little worried?
When it gets to 30-0, then you get
about
worried.
30, 4 possessions.
And at one point, it looked like that's where it was going in the direction.
When you're down 4 touchdowns, then it's like, oh man, we got to do something. So that's when you kind of you get on your off your easy seat.
And the defense did give up yards, did give up points, but also helped East Carolina. A huge interception by Malik Fleming at the end of the first half to set up a score, and then Julius Wood. Well, that was one of the best touchdown returns we've seen in a long time.
Pick 6.
Yeah.
Come to find out, Tony, he was a wide receiver in high school. We knew in the fifth quarter he had to have been an offensive player previously somewhere, and in high school he was a wide receiver, and that's what he looked like returning that interception for a touchdown.
Well, most of these athletes now, they come from high school. They play both ways anyway, so yeah, he's a good athlete.
He showed it off on Saturday night. Well, David, I'll probably forget. I have a bad habit of forgetting things when I mean to get to them later, so I'll go ahead and ask Tony now. We got a fantasy question.
Yeah, we're talking fantasy during the break a while ago.
CJ, get back on your mic. We need your insight here. All right, so which fantasy quarterback should I start, says David Stahl? Tua, who is making his return, does he play your team?
Yes.
Dolphins, Steelers, or Matt Ryan, who plays the Titans, I want to say. Matt Ryan had a monster numbers game last week, over 300.
Looked awful in Denver.
So Tua or Matty Ice, Tony?
I'm going with Tua. Coming off the concussion thing, I know he's been, he's all healed up. As far as his body is definitely healed up. So I just see him coming and playing well. I mean, Matt Ryan is a great quarterback, but he doesn't have the I don't think the tools that he should have. His offensive line is not that good in protecting him, and you just never know about Matt Ryan, man. He could have a game for 300, and he had a game for 150. So I'm going with Tua.
I am a little worried the Steelers games could get kind of mugged up like they were last week and play a low-scoring game. However, the Dolphins are desperate right now. They've lost 3 in a row since starting 3-0. They get Tua back. Big day for Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and crew. I would definitely start Tua here.
I agree. Tony, I think you put it best. I think the word for Matt Ryan is volatility. There's too many weeks where he's really good and too many weeks where he's not only not serviceable, it looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
So if we're talking purely from a fantasy perspective, I know Tua is just coming back, but if you could pick your own team to play coming back from an injury, the Steelers right now are probably still pretty high on the list despite winning last week against Tom Brady and the Bucs.
Chandler?
I like Tua, and I think this Titans defense with Bud Dupree, former Steelers Bud Dupree, who can really create pressure off the end, can cause havoc for Matt Ryan. They got a guy in Jeffrey Simmons up the middle who can also cause havoc up the middle for that defensive front, and then also Kevin Byard's a veteran safety who I think they're doing a really good job this year. I really, when you look at, like Tony said, you look at the weapons that Matt Ryan has versus Tua, and Tua with Waddle and Tyreek Hill and Clip. I think you're right. They're due for a big day. So give me Tua.
Does it seem like the Colts and Titans play every week, or there's always like some crappy AFC South matchup? Like I swear they play. Do they play teams outside of the division?
I think,
and it's a few years ago. That's what the AFC South was built on, was Titans Colts. That seemed like that was the battle for the division.
It's so bad.
I think every AFC South match just looks bad.
It feels
now.
the same.
Yeah. So you
Jaguars,
see
Texans feels just like Colts Titans.
Yeah.
It's all the same. We'll circle back to the NFL later on. Tony, how about the any thoughts on offense, play calling, the way the Pirates looked on Saturday?
I mean, I thought play calling was good, but it's still not where it should be. I mean, as far as the consistency, you just want to see more consistency out of the play calling.
Here's something I noticed: a whole lot of running on first down early in the game, and then maybe mid-second quarter on, it felt like they were throwing on first down, but it was about the same result. It was 2nd and 7,
right?
2nd and 8. Like they would get a few yards passing, at least mixing it up to a pass call on first down. I thought that. Also, Tony, how about 29 carries for Keaton Mitchell, 4 catches, 33 touches for your guy. They gave him the football the other night.
I like it.
And he delivered.
I like it. I mean, you got to give this kid the ball as much as possible. And that's one of the reasons, we played the way we played, because he's touching the ball. But again, we got a lot of talent on our offense, man. Our receivers are tight. Our tight ends are tight. And everybody's got to we just got to find a way to get these kids the ball. I've yet to see a reverse by C.J. Johnson. C.J. has some speed. I yet to see a reverse by the other kid. What's the other kid's name?
We got Winstead.
Winstead can run too.
Yeah.
I mean, you just gotta, spice it up a little bit.
Tony sounds like us yesterday.
Spice it up.
We were drawing up some plays, saying, "All right, you're tired of what ECU's doing. Give us some plays. What do you want to see?" And
I want to hear Tony's.
Tony, all right, Tony, give us a first down at the UCF 44-yard line.
First down at UCF 44-yard line.
Give us a play.
I run a quick out, just a quick out to CJ, see what they're doing. Get 5 or 6 yards.
Okay.
You want to be every play you want to get at least 6 yards. You get 6 yards. You average 6 yards every play. You're getting first downs. You're moving the ball down the field. You get stuck in the 2nd and 13 and the 2nd and 9. And those are plays that you just don't want that to happen to you.
Get that 6 and move on to the next one. All right, fair enough. Tony Collins joining us. UCF. I don't know how much you know about them, Tony. Averaging 41 a game, allowing 14 a game.
That's a lot of points.
They have been strong, and I look at that they are a good team. Newton on YouTube earlier is looking at it from a different angle, says they haven't played anyone that's been ranked. They haven't been outside of the state of Florida all year. Those things are true. It's our first road trip out of Florida. He says the defense is not as good as NC State's was. He says the only nationally known team they've played is Louisville, and they lost that one at home, and their only away game was at FAU. So, or is it a little bit of fool's gold with their numbers? I don't know. I think they're a really good team, but to his point, he says they haven't been fully tested yet.
I don't think they're a better team than North Carolina State, and we played with State. We should have beat State. So we have the capability of beating UCF, and I'm talking about not just beating them soundly. I mean, we have that capability, but we can't go in and throw interceptions. Not getting turnovers. I mean, our turnover ratio has to be bigger. Than theirs.
Again, another game last week where Holton Ahlers has a high completion percentage, throws a touchdown, and no interceptions. And guess what? The Pirates won it. And their quarterback had two pretty costly picks, one that went for a touchdown, one that set up a touchdown. So win that turnover battle, you got a chance. Another mobile quarterback this week, John Rice Plumlee, comes in, Tony, as their leading rusher. But don't let that be deceiving. They have good running backs. They'll also run it on sweeps with their receiver. This is not a case where the quarterback being your leading rusher is a bad thing. Like, they have a good offense all around. So
their the quarterback is a former multi-sport athlete at Ole Miss. He started at Ole Miss and also played baseball at Ole Miss. So, and as always, Central Florida has that speed down there.
I think it should. I think it'll be an exciting game to watch. I think it'll be just like Memphis. It's going to go down to the wire again, and I think we're going to pull it off.
How long did you stay the other night?
I left before. I left right at the fourth quarter.
All right, fair enough.
Had to get home, man.
So you were home in time to watch?
Yeah, watch the
4
overtime
overtimes.
and everything. Yeah,
good deal. You going out this weekend?
Oh yeah,
Front row, Tony.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Front row.
I'm going to bring my granddaughter with me this weekend.
All right,
Cammie's coming.
Cammie and her entourage. Does she have her fans out there ready to go? Is she still doing the internet, TikTok,
she's
viral?
She's still killing it, man.
Good stuff.
People are going to be wanting to take pictures with her more than Tony Collins.
I know, right?
All right, let's take a break. Shirley, let's make somebody a winner. Let's open up the booty bag here on a Thursday.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
317-1250 is the number. Shirley, what are we giving away today?
A shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's.
Chico's can be yours if you're caller number
6.
Caller 6, 317-1250. More ECU talk and some NFL as well with Touchdown Tony Collins when we return after this.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times this football season, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Get ready to have fun this season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Greenville Utilities electric customers will soon be able to receive text notifications in the event of power outages. Enrollment is automatic, so make sure GUC has your cell phone number by signing into your account at GUC.com, then update the information in your user profile. Want to talk with someone instead? Call 252-752-7166 during business hours. 252-752-7166. Update us so we can update you. Visit GUC.com for more information.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holton Ahlers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in our community and region. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
Hi, Pirate Nation. This is Kyle Gaines from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Are you ready for fall? Because we are with our fall savings event. Also, are you tired of other dealers marking up their vehicle over MSRP? Don't worry, because at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we don't do that. Come work with the best salesman in Beaufort County, Stephen Tyson, voted by Washington Daily News. Have the pleasure of working with the best sales staff in Eastern North Carolina during our fall savings event. We have a vehicle for every need. Come check out the all-new design Jeep Grand Cherokee and more. And remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
This is Coach Blake Prol, defense coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations are available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. And congratulations to Robert Matthews of Ahoskie. Picked up a shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's and enjoy your favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Plus ice cold cervezas and Chico's famous margaritas are always available. For Mexican food and fun, it's gotta be Chico's. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, let's look around college football real quick to see how this Saturday could change the college football playoff landscape. It was shaken up last week with Alabama's loss to Tennessee. Did you watch that, Tony?
A little bit.
That was nuts. That was one of the best college football games I've ever watched. Although, I still think it's more likely that Alabama gets in the playoff and Tennessee doesn't.
Why do you think that?
Because Georgia and Tennessee have to play. If Georgia beats Tennessee...
But they'll now have one loss.
They'll have one loss, but they won't be in the SEC championship.
Yeah, but with one loss, I think they would still make the cut. Isn't what 4 teams or 6 teams?
There's 4.
Yeah.
All right, so...
With one loss?
So if Alabama beats Georgia, do you put Alabama in? One loss Alabama that beat Georgia, they're in. One loss Georgia, only lost to Bama, they're in.
Well, who's going to be somebody's got to be undefeated to be
That's what I'm saying.
On top of that.
That's okay. All right.
So what college team do you think is going to go undefeated?
Ohio State.
You think they'll go undefeated?
I think they will, but if they don't, I mean, what I just laid out to you though, can't you see a scenario where Alabama's ahead of Tennessee at the end?
I absolutely can.
Yeah. TCU Kansas State is an important game because TCU is undefeated in the Big 12, and if a Big 12 team is 12-0, are they ahead of one loss Bama, one loss Georgia, one loss Tennessee?
It's tough. They got to get more. They got to get more.
And they are going to expand it, but it's still a few years away.
Right.
6-0 UCLA is at Oregon. Now, I think Oregon wins that game, but if UCLA wins, they remain undefeated. They beat USC later on this year. Are they ahead of a one-loss Bama, Georgia, Tennessee? You've still got Ohio State out there who is undefeated. They still got to play Michigan and a Big Ten championship game. And then there's Clemson. What do you do if Clemson runs the table? Because right now odds are they're going to go undefeated, I would say. So you've got, I just named, and it's not all going to turn out that way.
Right.
There's more losses to be had. But, man, it is pretty fascinating. Ole Miss, by the way, is 7-0. Let me look at their schedule real quick. They're on the west side, right? So they would have to play Bama. They play Alabama at home coming up on the 12th of November.
Do you think they can beat Alabama?
That could be the death knell in Bama. Bama certainly looks beatable. They barely beat Texas. They've had some close games this year.
Texas A&M.
Yeah, close game there. They had the ball at the goal line.
Yep.
So, I don't know, man. A lot to be determined here, but it is pretty fascinating. If you're one of those teams trying to get in the playoff, you got to do a lot of scoreboard watching because a lot of different things can happen here.
Absolutely.
TCU, Kansas State, and Oregon, UCLA, very important games this week. And if you think Clemson's on upset alert, which you do, Chandler, against Syracuse, who's undefeated, then
where are you playing at?
At Clemson.
In Death Valley.
Yeah, Syracuse won't beat them down there.
So just something to keep an eye on for this weekend. Tony, UCF has their sights set on an American championship, but also being the highest ranked Group of 5 team, which would get them in a New Year's Six Bowl, and they've still got kind of everything out in front of them. They got Cincinnati at home next week, so you hope that they're looking ahead. Is that a real thing, looking ahead?
Absolutely is.
Yeah.
They definitely can do that. I think we can beat UCF. We'll I mean,
what are you about to do?
We have. I keep laughing because we got so much talent, man. We got so much talent on our offense, and I'm just, if we ever get it there,
put it all together.
If we ever just get it right there, man, we will be something to handle.
Robert points out,
I think we can even beat Cincinnati if we can put it all together.
This is a different Tony Collins from.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying what we have.
Yeah.
What we have. We have the talent. We have the talent to run the table. We definitely have the talent to run the table.
Which you've always said. But the talent's there.
Yeah, the talent is there, man. We just got to put it together.
Robert says that this quarterback we're playing had 201 rushing yards, 4 rushing touchdowns against LSU when he played them. Yeah, he's a talented guy.
Wow.
No doubt about that. And their defense has been described. We've gone down to Orlando 3 times this week, talked to Alex Walker, Zach Maskovich, who covered the Knights, and also the play-by-play voice of the Knights, Mark Daniels. They have been described as a bend but don't break defense, where they really bow up, which so do we, near the goal line. So once the teams enter the red zone this week, this Saturday night, that's going to be interesting to see who can win those battles, because they are good at keeping teams out of the end zone. We have been good at scoring in the red zone and also keeping teams out. So it's going to be
it's going to be all about adjustments. When you're going in halftime, who's going to make the better adjustments? That's what's going to finalize this game.
Yeah.
Adjustments.
And let's just hope that if we're the one that needs to make those adjustments, we're not down by too much to you know what I'm saying? Like, how about we have a strong first half?
Yeah.
How about we get up?
Here's the thing. Even if we have a strong first half, there's still adjustments that you have to make, because there's still when I say adjustments, it's adjustments to stay on them.
Yeah.
To do what you're doing, but do it kind of differently, but you're still doing the same thing.
We had that against South Florida, where we had that giant first half lead,
and then South Florida came out and they just had a whole different game plan.
And we did nothing.
Which that happens, but you gotta be ready for it. All right, Tony Collins joining us. Let's talk a little NFL. So we are still surviving.
Still in it.
The last man standing pool started with 454, I believe, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It is down to 21.
Wow.
And
it's y'all bozos.
Myself, Tony.
And it's only week 7.
I know, it's insane. And we had a bunch drop last week.
Yeah, about 20-something.
The Packers losing to the Jets helped us out. The Ravens losing to the Giants helped us.
49ers.
And there was one more big one. Was that it?
Yeah,
to the Falcons.
Yeah.
And hey, we had a kickback, relax day, right? Who do we have? We had the
Rams
for a second half.
It got kind of scary
when y'all.
We had a pick Dante Jackson.
Jackson got that pick 6. I was really worried, but the Rams did beat the Panthers this week. A little discrepancy amongst the ranks. I think the Patriots will beat the Bears.
Yeah.
Tony says it's a gimme. Take that one. But we decided, myself, Ellerby, do you count Troy's vote?
Yeah, you got us.
Okay. Yeah. Myself, Troy, and Ellerby say go with the
Tampa Bay Bucks.
The Bucks against your Panthers. What do you think,
I just don't like the way Brady is playing right now. He's yelling at his guys.
He's going to weddings.
Yeah, he's not showing up for meetings.
Did Kraft invite you to his wedding?
No, he didn't.
I'll give you this stat, guys, that will make you feel better.
But Carolina is terrible.
Well, first of all, here's the first stat. We're terrible.
Yeah.
We're the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
You think you're the worst team in the league?
Absolutely.
You look
Tony.
around at the ranking,
Absolutely.
Power rankings. Yeah.
You want to know why? There's a good reason why, and I'll give you a stat here. Through 6 games, the Panthers have 3 defensive touchdowns in the first half. They have 1 offensive touchdown in the first half.
That is nuts.
And who is your quarterback? You know?
Good question.
Well, that is a good question. We are going with P.J. Walker again for the second straight week. That's who faced off against the Rams last week. Baker was limited in practice.
Where's Darnold?
Darnold is actually activated to return from the IR. I don't think he'll be ready to go this week. I think P.J. Walker will be the starter, but, I mean, Darnold
So who's the backup to P.J. Walker?
It is Jacob Eason, who played at Washington. Jacob Eason.
Oh, Eason.
He threw a pick last week.
He threw a pick. Played at Washington, was a backup to, I believe, Carson Wentz last year in Indianapolis. So we signed him off the practice squad. So I don't think that's a bad pick there.
Yeah, you guys got guys walking off the field and stuff, man. It's
bad.
It's kind of rough in Carolina.
And you called this a trap game for Tampa. I would agree.
I'm just nervous because you got a head coach in there, and he's going to be giving it all in all. The guys who might rally around for some reason.
Well, that was last week. We got through that last week. They're done rallying. The rally's over. I would say this could be a trap game, but the Bucks lost last week, so I like them coming off a loss.
And it's basically a Bucks home game. There won't be any Panther fans there. It's going to be majority. I'm serious. The last game, you had the San Francisco 49ers, who are, and now there's 49ers here on the East Coast, but that stadium a couple weeks ago was 90% 49ers fans, and I'm expecting the same this week for Bucks fans. So I think that's a good pick.
I do agree, Tony.
I think it's a good pick too. I do think it's a good pick. It just kind of scares me the way Brady's playing right now, man. It's I've never seen him. And I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's his receivers, but it's just not that same. You don't have any fear when he comes on the field right now.
Yeah,
there's no fear.
He might be hungover still from Bob Kraft's wedding reception.
So Tony, as a former player, what do you think about a guy skipping out on walkthroughs and missing days with the team to go party with Bob Kraft? I mean,
to go party, that's. No.
Even if you're Tom Brady, you can't do that crap, right?
You shouldn't. I mean, I know Tom Brady is Tom Brady, but you shouldn't do that.
And then
I can see if he had a death in his family or somebody that got sick, his wife's having,
a baby,
having a baby, but going to a party.
So he doesn't want to spend time with his wife. He doesn't want to spend time with his team. Who does he want to hang out with? Himself. He's just himself.
Tom Brady's. So now you're making me even worry even more. He might throw 3 interceptions.
Oh, no. All right, never mind. He's good.
We'll get off that.
He's good. He's fine.
No, we're going to win. Tampa Bay's going to win.
Tampa Bay's got it, baby. All right, so there is that. How about when Mac Jones is healthy, which could be Monday.
Yeah.
Could be ready to go Monday. You fine with putting him right back in?
I mean, depends on how healthy. When you call healthy, there's guys that they say they're healthy, but they're still hurt. I mean,
did you do that when you played? You played hurt, I'm sure.
So, they're playing Chicago Bears, man. I mean, I would sit them another week. You know, Zappy's playing some good football. We're running the ball well. Our defense is.
They're also just
out.
playing shutdown defense right now.
So I would rest him another week. Why put him in there right now or rushing things? I mean, he's our starting quarterback, of course. But Zappy's playing fine. Rest him another week. See what happens.
Classic Patriots, man. I'm ready to doubt them. Say they don't have talent. Belichick's is old past his prime, and then what do? They come out and win 2 games pretty convincingly, very convincingly. 2 weeks ago, took on the
Lions,
highest powered passing offense in the NFL, shut them out. Last week, what do the Browns do? They run the ball against anybody.
Shut them down.
Nick Chubb, 12 for 56. Kareem Hunt, 4 for 12.
Wow.
That is the power of Belichick right there.
Yeah.
Shutting down the pass. The next week, they go on the road, shut down the Browns' running attack. No need to even mention Jacoby Brissett's 2 interceptions. You know they took care of that.
Yeah.
So now they got Justin Fields and the Bears.
On Monday night at home.
Yeah, they're going to win. They are going to win.
Should be a cakewalk. It's like playing Elon.
I mean, the Bears are the NFL version of Elon right now. All right, let's get another break in. We'll come back. We'll have more. We'll look at some more NFL games for this week and get Tony's final prediction for East Carolina and UCF. More to go on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
Before you hit the road this travel season, be sure to get your tires inspected by the tire guys at Greenville Auto World. The Greenville Auto World service team sells all the top brands and economy tires if you need a new set. Need an oil change, state inspection, or AC repair? Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle, and the monthly oil change special is only $29.99. Make an appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World.
This is Holt Nailers. I've been eating at Parker's Barbecue since I was a kid. Now, all these years later, I still love to eat at Parker's. In fact, I love it so much, I bring my entire offensive line with me. They protect me, and I look out for them with great food from Parker's Barbecue. So whether you bring the team like me or just your friends and family, the awesome barbecue, chicken, and seafood at Parker's is a win every time. Parker's Barbecue, where they always treat you like family.
This is Stephen Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear ENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, University Sportswear ENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit University Sportswear ENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. University Sportswear ENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
The Angus Grill is your premier spot for the best burgers, cheesesteaks, and brisket sandwiches around. Join us for our unmatched variety of burger combinations. From the mushroom bacon Swiss burger to the jalapeno popper burger to the original Angus classic. Pair that burger with our amazing onion rings, tots, fries, or sweet potato fries. Angus Grill, with 4 amazing locations in eastern North Carolina, including Winterville near Pitt Community College, on Jarvis Street in uptown Greenville, and on Statensburg Road near the hospital. It's the best burger around, guaranteed.
Pirate Radio.
The
voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a down day for the stock market. The Dow slipped 90 points and closed out the day at 30,333. NASDAQ was down 65 at 10,614. And the S&P was also down 29 points at 3,665. And that is a look at your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
All right, let's run down the NFL slate, and we'll circle back to East Carolina, get Tony's prediction for the Pirates and the Knights. Saints and Cardinals tonight, Tony. Man, who do you trust in this game?
I gotta go. Deshaun Hopkins is coming back. DeAndre Hopkins. I'm sorry. DeAndre Hopkins is coming back tonight. So I like Arizona. I just think, playing at home. DeAndre's back. Kyler Murray's gonna be running around like his chicken with head cut off. I mean, like he always does. I can't. The Saints. The Saints you just never know what you're going to get with those guys, man.
You don't. And if the Cardinals are going to do anything this year, they're 0-3 at home.
Right.
They're 2-4 overall. They got to win this game. They got to put everything into winning this one. It's going to be a lot of Alvin Kamara for the Saints, but Michael Thomas is out. Jarvis Landry's out. Jameis, of course, is out. So they got a lot of injuries. Hollywood Brown out for the Cardinals, but I think DeAndre Hopkins has a big game in his return. So I guess I'm leaning that way as well. Falcons, only team in the league that is undefeated against the spread this year. They're 3-3 overall, which is better than anticipated. They're at Cincinnati. I guess take the Bengals to win, but it could be a field goal game, Tony.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a tight game because Mariota. I watched him last week. I mean, he's not a bad quarterback. I mean, he didn't put up a bunch of big numbers or anything, but he managed the game. I think they had a defense played well for Atlanta last week, but I just can't see them stopping or keeping up with Cincinnati's power.
What is going on with the NFL this year? I was listening to the Bill Simmons podcast. He ran down the passing numbers for the winning quarterbacks because Carson Wentz had 99 passing yards, and they won Thursday night. Mariota didn't do much at all in their win. You had some others as well. Like the Packers lost to who last week?
Jets.
To the Jets. But you had quarterbacks like Daniel Jones is not putting up impressive numbers, and they're winning games. You look at fantasy football, the scores are down across the board.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Why is this happening, Tony?
I think the quarterbacks they're managing the game, and they're not turning the ball over. And if you have a good defense and you have a good running attack, I mean that's the only way you're going to win the game. Because if your quarterback is not throwing 3 touchdown passes or throwing for 300 yards, you got to have a good run in the game, a rushing attack, and you got to have a good defense, and you got to get some turnovers.
I watched Chargers and Broncos the other night, and both quarterbacks couldn't really do much at all. And have the defenses finally caught up to these wide open offenses, and we're going to see like it revert back to it was when you played and before you played, Tony, where the running game
back in the good old days.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's what. And usually, when you have a championship team, that championship team is going to have a good defense. And so if you got a good defense, you got a decent quarterback. It's not going to turn the ball over. If you got a great quarterback like Buffalo has or Kansas City has, then you're really at the top of the of your game. But it's a defensive game right now. Well, I won't say it's a defensive game because actually it's an offensive game because defense there's so many penalties to call on defensive players right now. It's just crazy, and I can understand. But some of the pass interferences that I've seen, some of the roughing the passes that I've seen is just crazy. But defense is playing well.
Matchup of the week this week looks like Chiefs at 49ers, and the 49ers are kind of an eyesore. They don't do a lot on offense, but every now and then Deebo Samuel has a big play, catch and run. They like to run the ball and play defense. Can that work against Mahomes and the Chiefs? What do you think about Chiefs?
You think that's the matchup of the week, though?
You tell me another one.
Called?
Give me another one.
It's got to be a better game out there.
Give it to me.
I don't know.
Falcons Bengals, Lions Cowboys, Colts Titans, Packers Commanders, Bucks Panthers, Giants Jags, Browns Ravens, Jets Broncos, Texans Raiders. Stop me when I give you a good one.
Say win.
Seahawks Chargers, Steelers Dolphins, Bears Patriots. Game of the week, Chiefs Niners.
The 49ers got beat by Atlanta last week, though. Come on.
What's the game of the week? Who's the game of the week?
Who's the game of the week?
I think the Chiefs are going to kill the 49ers. I think they'll beat them by at least 21 points.
Okay, you're a madman.
You don't think so?
Hell no.
What's the spread? 7?
Chiefs by 2.5.
They'll beat them by 14.
All right.
Watch.
I'll put some on that. All right. I guess my point is, Tony, there's not a great matchup this week, but sometimes that lends to some great games, great finishes. There'll be some upsets.
Yeah.
So,
and you had some last week though with Cowboys, Eagles, and Bills and Chiefs.
Yeah, those are some good games.
A lot like college football last week. It's hard to repeat that.
College football is fun every week, though, man. You're always going to have those good games in college football because there's so many of them, of course. But.
Tony, East Carolina, UCF, will that be a good game?
I think it will. I really think it will. UCF is a great football team. They're coming in there. They know they have to beat us to, and I'm hoping they're looking over and looking for Cincinnati
homecoming next week.
Yeah, for the following week. I'm hoping that happens, and we just come out. We play well, man. If we play well, we're going to stay in the game, and that's all it takes for us to stay in the game. You're playing at home. You're staying in the game. You're not making any mistakes. You're not having those crazy turnovers that that'll hurt you. And the most important thing, when we get in the red zone, we have to score touchdowns.
Yeah,
we can't kick field goals. We have to score touchdowns when we get in the red zone.
What's your score?
Again, another high-scoring game. We're going to go. I think we can hit 45 this week again, and UCF's going to get only 37. So 45.
Another
37.
shootout at Dowdy Ficklen Stadium. Enjoyed it, Tony. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
Tony Collins, ECU Hall of Famer, joining us here on Pirate Radio Live. Chan Man, will we see you tomorrow?
See you tomorrow, Clipper.
See you tomorrow. CJ Schaefer, Shirley Rhodes. We'll be back with you 3 o'clock Friday. And make sure you check out the UB Pirate Preview at noon on Friday with the voice Jeff Charles. We'll talk to you then. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening.